No one is gonna talk.
Bóyá o. Ẹ jókòó kẹ́ fetí ayọ̀ gbọ́.
Years we have been living together.
Hold on.
Yes.
Allah.
She has so many secrets.
Mbọ.
Some few. Can you imagine that my wife has houses, businesses, and I know nothing about them?
Wow. How long have you been married?
For the past 10 years, we have been living together.
Wow.
Yet, she has so many secrets. Some few days ago, I asked my wife to save a particular number for me of one of my clients because my phone was dead at that time. And then I tried retrieving that number and
From her phone?
from her phone.
Yeah.
And then a text came into the phone, and that was our caretaker.
Hey.
My wife has 3 houses,
Wow.
4 supermarkets,
Hey.
and just to name few other properties that I know nothing about.
Wow.
Even when we're struggling, we had no money, we had no place to stay.
Hey.
My wife made up a story that he got us an apartment where he has negotiated with the landlord for us to pay gradually. I fell into that without knowing that house, that particular house, is owned by my wife, and I've been paying rent for the past 5 years. To make the matter worse, every year the rent is increased. Can you beat that? Can you imagine that?
Okay. Oh, I think
Can you imagine
the
that
full
my wife-
video is on YouTube. Hold on. Let me go check it. Hold on.
Nothing
Wọn
about
kọ
them.
orúkọ kìíní yẹn sí, but
How
okay,
long have you
nǹkan tó
been married?
ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn ṣá.
For the past 10 years, we have been living together.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Even from
So,
that clip, gone.
yes. Yes. So that's a short clip from the interview. It's an interview. Ìyàwó yẹn gan wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ níbẹ̀. I think they went for the interview or something. So can we talk about it? Thank you.
Obìnrin ágù ò lẹ fẹ́ gbà ká fi sọ̀rọ̀ yìí nsìn
tó bá
àbí
kọ
ká
wájú
wọlé
sí ẹ
sínú
kó
ọ̀rọ̀
ta
yìí ó bá ẹ̀ mú wa.
bá kọ wájú sí ẹ kó ta tó bá kẹ̀yìn sí ẹ kó ta tó bá kú wọ nìkan.
Sister Cindy, ìyàwó yẹn kò sí response tiẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Àwọn
Ẹ̀wọ̀n tí
blogger tó máa ń gbé short clip yẹn ni, but mi ò wá rí orúkọ kíni program yẹn níbẹ̀ tí n bá fi wá lọ sórí YouTube. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́nà bóyá máa wà lọ, ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
okay, pending the time tí a máa rí bóyá disclaimer àbí rebuttal àbí some form of clarity from the wife. I will stick to the story of the husband for now and analyzing based on that story gives me, this chill all over me. 10 years in marriage, continuous yearly incremental rent payments. Ìyàwó ló dẹ̀ ní property yẹn. See, I'm all for independence. Have your business, have whatever you need to have. I'm not even talking about that one. In fact, kò ní gbogbo country tó bá jọ wà. But ilé tọ́jọ́ ń gbé, they were going through, not they were now, he was going through some rough moments because apparently they were not going through that moment together. He was going through that moment, and still the wife found it convenient, comfortable to lie to him, to deceive him and engage him, or what's the right word here now? she led him into a very, what's the right word here now? A very wrong contract here. Dubious one for that, that he has to now increase his rent every year. But you don't put your rent is on you, àbí the man last alone, so still, from the way I'm looking at it, I mark my any marriage. By all definition of marriage, you cannot call that a marriage. That's just a union of convenience. Just having somebody láti máa pẹ̀lú ọkọ nílé ni lady yẹn ṣe. Maybe tí ó bá wá jáde with some clarity or some kind of response from our end, maybe we can find a way to understand why someone would do something like that. Why you will keep such a thing a secret from your partner of 10 years. And you continue to swindle him, because that's what basically it's obtaining under false pretense.
Swindle báwo? Ó provide
Swindle
service. Ó provide service, ó sanwó ilé báwo ló ṣe.
No, that's obtaining under false pretense.
Kí ni false pretense?
The pretense is negotiate. There's clearly what you call conflict of interest there. You're the owner of the property. You're the one negotiating the contract, negotiating the rent, increasing it.
Kò ṣe wá ní káwọn kó lọ bòmí.
Kọ́kọ́ lọ síbòmí. Tó kó lọ sílẹ̀ bòmí náà.
Mayor, thank you, Dad.
Wọ́n lè kó lọ síbòmí nǹkan tó sọ pé.
Ṣé mo pé mo tún fẹ́ sọ pé this kind topic I need Mayor here Ọlọ́run. Mi ò fẹ́ yánu ni, because I know she's of women. Take care of yourself. Buy property.
You can gather all the women you want and bring them up here. I'm up to the task.
Ọ̀gá mi, kò tí ẹ lè sọ pé káwọn kó lọ bòmí, because ó ní àwọn lè sanwó at the time táwọn tó bá please àwọn. That's the offer to fún.
Now so
the woman did not do well.
No, that was just even for the first year rent. Subsequent years, she kept on increasing this thing without any negotiation or any consideration for the man.
Every April, no, ni rent wa máa increase.
Kuda as husband and wife. That's gross.
Every April, ni rent tàwa náà máa increase.
That is unfaithfulness.
No, why is your rent increasing every April? That shouldn't be.
No, every April. Ó wá lè jẹ́ bí cents náà máa fi lé lórí ìbò, ó máa increase. But let's go back to the discourse.
That's obtaining under false pretense, because she was not forthright with that contract. In fact, if the man decides to sue for damages here, it wouldn't be in the wrong to sue for damages. Apart from the emotional distress and turmoil and all that, based on the contract, it was a dubious contract, bad contract negotiated in bad faith. Not to talk of every other things. Especially to bá jẹ́ ẹni tó ń take care some responsibilities here and there, apart from the issue of the rent nínú ilé, then there will be a bigger problem. So meaning you're taking some money from him, even pretending it's for something else, or no investment or do it. That cannot be right. Let's even leave jokes apart now. That can be right under any kind of setting, under any kind of relationship, not even marriage here. That cannot be right.
That's
what I'm saying. Tí obìnrin yẹn bá wá jáde àbí tá bá rí why they're searching now for a response, yes, maybe I can change my stand, or I can try and, go soft on her a little bit. Otherwise, based on the Ìgbọ́ nìkan, which I agree is not sufficient to judge your issue, but based on that, obìnrin yóò ṣe dáadáa rárá. Tí bá máa sọ láìsọ lásọpa, màá lápàyàn lóbìnrin yẹn.
Well, if I'm going to talk about this, yeah, I'll start based on working with what is on ground. I can almost bet that there's never a smoke without a fire. Not possible. Because by default, naturally, women, we are nurturers, we are supporters. We want to be there for our man, our partner. So, anything tó bá lè mú kí obìnrin move in that way, there's an undertone. However, in the spirit of my own kind of person, I don't expect everyone to be like me. I don't know how to do double standard. So instead of me being with you, Kima, move Omo, for my own peace of mind, for my own mental health, and my own being, my personality, I'll be out of that marriage. Because I don't know how, I don't even know how to be with you without not being with you. So it's either I'm with you or I'm not with you at all. So, but yeah, for her to have taken such moves, only underlying tone.
Sorry,
Sorry,
okay.
I found the video. It's just 18 minutes video. So,
Okay.
we are gonna look big case in yellow. Oh yeah, let's listen to it. I'm not being.
What the problem is? Okay, I came to ask you for help. Okay? My husband wants to leave our marriage. And I love him so much. I don't want to lose him. Actually, why does he want to leave?
Well,
Maybe help out. What's the problem?
Thank you so much. I'm tired. I'm tired of this secrecy. Can you imagine the woman I love? I got married to. I gave her everything. But she deceived me. She lied.
Okay. Can you explain?
Can you imagine that my wife has houses, businesses, and I know nothing about them?
Wow. How long have you been married?
For the past 10 years, we have been living together.
Wow.
Yet, she has so many secrets. Let me give you a scenario.
Okay.
Some few days ago, I asked my wife to save a particular number for me of one of my clients because my phone was dead at that time. And then I tried retrieving that number and
from her phone.
Yeah. And then a text came into the phone, and that was our caretaker. My wife has 3 houses.
Wow.
4 supermarkets. And just to name few other properties that I know nothing about.
What?
The shocking part is that even when we're struggling, we had no money, we had no place to stay. My wife made up a story that he got us an apartment where he has negotiated with the landlord for us to pay gradually. I fell into that without knowing that house, that particular house, is owned by my wife, and I've been paying rent for the past 5 years. To make the matter worse, every year the rent is increased. Can you beat that? Can you imagine that?
Wow. I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong, but I have my reasons.
Reasons.
Sherry, what were your reasons?
Okay.
I know I shouldn't have, but I'm coming from a really, really bad place. Okay. When I was a child, I witnessed my mom striving to make my dad who he is. She did everything everything humanly possible to see that my father succeeded. She was the best and strongest and wisest when it came to business. And so automatically, my father's businesses soared. She had everything. And then, what happened? My mom fell ill. Everything that my mother had, money to take care of my mother. And what did he do? He kicked my mother out of the house, threw it to the village. My mom, with all her sweat, died as a pauper. Died wretched. She couldn't even get medical attention. And to crown it all off, less than two months of my mother's death, my father remarries. And it's the woman now that is enjoying my mother's labor. And I swore, I vowed, it will never happen to me. And so, when I got married, I strived to make what I could make for myself and my children. I never meant to hurt you. Honest, I never meant to hurt you. I was just protecting myself from what my mother went through. I can't go through it.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, that was heavy. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, forward.
Creation. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the female pox, it was the right rib. Allah took away and created the female pox.
Now
It is true that she has a reason. There is an embedded fear in her. That is, yes, that is making her make the choices that she's making today.
Okay,
And
I think that's the
that she
reason
can't
we
also
don't need to listen to Abby.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Side
already
ìtọ́jú náà la fẹ́ gbọ́ náà.
Okay, okay.
Adẹ̀ ti gbọ́ side ẹ̀. I'll leave it to the British mayor and the rest to talk first. Let's see if we can agree on something here.
no, but for me, she's damaged.
But
And
it doesn't seem real.
yeah, of course,
Yes.
I will
Yeah,
be
we know it's
content.
not real, but it's like
Yeah.
script, but then let's treat it like a real life story then.
So for me, she's damaged, and well. If you don't have business being in a relationship if you are not healed, and that's why I keep saying that people should heal so that they don't bleed on people who didn't cut them. You don't have business being in a relationship, in a marriage, if you have not made the effort to heal yourself. Yeah, she acting on her mother's experience. It was a valid real life experience for her. But carrying that trauma alone all by herself and dumping it in a marriage where you claim to love the man puts a very long question mark on her as a person. So yeah, even though earlier I have said that no woman is naturally wired that way, because naturally women are known to be nurturers. So of course that's still right. She was not naturally wired that way, but the experience she grew up with changed her. So, and it still doesn't make it right for real, because there should be some level of openness. As a matter of fact, I believe that your partner should be one person that you open as a believe or no hiding your phone or passwording your phone around your partner, because tabale mashi private parts wa funra wa, then our phones shouldn't be private. So there was no openness in the marriage. I'm not even sure she understands the concept of loving someone or even marriage, because you can't claim you love someone and you harbor that level of boundaries. You keep that level of boundaries between you and someone you call your husband. So yeah, she was responding from a traumatic childhood experience that she should have gotten help for. Can the marriage still be salvaged? Well, it would now depend on the husband knowing fully well now that, okay, you're dealing with a traumatized woman. Can you help her heal? Can you understand that, okay, she was acting based on her own childhood experience? Can you walk her through the journey of healing? That would inform the husband's decision as to whether he wants to continue with the marriage or not. And honestly, whatever he chooses to do will be valid. Because obìnrin yẹn ò ṣe bíi pé ó ti realize what marriage is and all. It's so if you ask me, was it right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And I'm not even going to try to justify it. Her feelings, her experience were valid. But o lè torí pé o ní HIV, so everybody gbọ́dọ̀ ní. You know, just like someone with the virus is expected to declare that they have virus and be taking their medications regularly to reduce the viral load and all of that. It's the same way that someone who's been
If this woman can do
Omoti, I will
this,
block you.
if this woman can do this, tell me what else she's been doing. What this woman cannot do does not exist in terms of wickedness. Like Omochi is suggesting, it could be that. Or possibly because Odeni Bobulofi Bobo the way it is. Look at just imagine yourself, leave that, men, they'll have this ego, and you now get to know that somebody has been playing you for years in this manner. Imagine what that will do to your ego. Imagine what that will do to your pride as a man. Imagine what that will do to your mental health. They have been living with this woman for years, and she's been lying right there. If everything is staring at me, I could not even see it. Bóyá tiẹ̀ ti lọ sí kan lára supermarket yẹn gan, tá a ti rajà, táwọn ọmọbìnrin gan á ti fi owó lé owó fún, tí a tún ti sọ sex owó lẹ́nu supermarket yẹn, tówó yẹn máa wà pọ̀ madam again. Madam lè wà lọ́fíìsì lókè lẹ́nu supermarket kó máa wọ́kọ̀ ẹ̀ ní ibi tó ti ń ṣe grocery nínú camera CCTV. Tá a máa sọ fún cashier sàlẹ̀ pé ẹ fowó lé, àbí nǹkan tó mú yẹn sọ fún pẹ́lòmíì ti rà, depending on whatever the situation at home lè jẹ́ at that moment. Imagine what else this woman can be hiding. Tó bá lè hide nǹkan bàǹtàbàǹtà tó tó yìí. Tell me. Our actions, yeah. A person, maybe she deserves some pity. Maybe you want to, empathize with her. Pẹ̀lú bóyá nǹkan tó sọ pé òun ti go through yìí. Because she could have even, tó bá lè ṣe lè, ta ló ní kò lè manufacture gbogbo story yẹn náà. Ẹni tó lè manufacture story pé òun ti secure contract, òun ti secure apartment fún wọn, òun ti bá landlord sọ pé káwọn máa san owó ọdún yẹn instrumentally. Imagine kí ni irú lady yẹn ò lè ṣe fún ọkọ ẹ̀. Tell me, is that kind of person? Kí ni ò ti lè lọ make up again lẹ́yìn ta ló mọ̀rú contract mi gan tó ti ti ọwọ́ man yẹn sí? Who knows, maybe that man has even signed his life away. Tí máa yẹn bá kọ̀ tí ò bá gree fún settlement yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá máa fa contract jáde pé you can't go anywhere. Look at what you signed the other day. And that's the person this man will wake up in the morning, go to work, earn some money, come back home and spend it on her and their children. Basically, this man has been working all his entire life off to fund this charade, to fund this deceitful man, to fund a wicked enterprise. It is a pity that men can still go through this. It's starting to get emotional for me. I'll leave it here for now.
Yeah, another thing I want to. What I also want to.
Yeah, please, let's go.
My Midas Church. You said was it motive that maybe if it were to be betrayal, would our response have been different? I think the reason why all are dragging her, if her reason was betrayal by the guy, would it be okay then? Yeah, if the guy had betrayed her, if there was even reasons at all, then we can try to juxtapose it side by side, vis-a-vis what the guy had done. But you see, you don't just act this way unprovoked. The guy shouldn't have to bear the burden of what your father did to your mother. Which takes me to what I wanted to discuss about communication. I am very, very big on communication, for real. Because if while they were dating and all of that, she had communicated with the guy, okay, this was her experience. You know, there are other ways of doing this type of things. You can, okay, for example, let's look at this Mohbad's issue. I told you guys that at some point, when I go on a date, especially someone who is Nigerian or Yoruba, I usually put Mohbad's case in front of them because I want to feel their pulse. I want to know how you are reasoning so that I would know that. Because whether we want to agree or not, this Mohbad's issue has traumatized a whole lot of us with what we saw these people do to Wunmi. It would color our decision, our judgment of humans. Because I saw human beings in the form I never would have thought that people are. So if you had that type of growing up, there should be ways for you to protect yourself. There should be ways you communicate in a way that you know that, okay, this person, okay, this is how this person would react. And don't get us wrong. Nobody is saying that she cannot have her property. You can have your property. Why not? You can have your property in your name or whatever name you choose. As a matter of fact, do you know that even if the husband knew she had those property and she didn't move them into any of the property, it's even better. Pátápátá a mọ̀ pé ìyàwó òun làwọn àbí kò wà considerate. But this level is a level of, evil-mindedness. I don't want to call it witchcraft because in my own belief, witchcraft is not even limited to being evil. I mean, it's not just about being evil. You can be good at a craft that makes you a witch. So being a witchcraft doesn't mean being a witch doesn't mean you are bad. But her own has gotten to the level of being mean, and there's no excuse for it. If you didn't communicate your fears, if you didn't communicate your experience, and you just thought that the best way to now go into a marriage is to lock up and be slicing your husband off with a knife, slicing him off gradually.
Still getting everything from him. Because yes, she couldn't deny that. Nepe is providing everything for him, for her.
Yeah. Well, Midas touch. African men don't like women having property before them.
See, that's not the topic. Let's say, okay, let's agree for this discussion. Yes, before the yes, ma'am.
Mommy Flaky. Sorry, I don't like the way you're sounding in comment section. This topic is just for all of us to, just say one or two things. I can see you saying respectfully, don't tag me, respectfully give your own opinion. Please, don't let us do that. If they tag your own opinion, when I made my own now, my sister counter it with some things and it's fine. It's just for us all to learn, please. I can see people saying sorry, so that you not look like that. Let them just, if they want to say no to what you have said, it's fine. It's all love. Imagine if I'm Mr. Peter.
Kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ́ mọ̀ sí ni kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní táàgì kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yín.
Àbí o.
Ẹ bá fẹ́ mọ̀ sí màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní táàgì kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yín.
Respectfully say your own, don't tag my own. Don't attack come out kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kán sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Ọbẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ayé dórí ṣàn comment section ní kí ló dé tá ní tag yín. Ẹ stop ẹ o.
Some of these issues sometimes they get personal, you get carried away that it's just third party. It's just third party. It's just third party. It's just third party. It's just third party.
How did everybody lẹ̀? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò tiẹ̀ go off mo rò pé máa tiẹ̀ go off ni. Where is everybody in the house? Okay, thank you. Ẹ má bínú. Mo kàn clean ojú fóònù ni ó jẹ́ swipe off kí n jẹ́ padà dé ló ti everybody síta. I'm sorry. Mo rí dust lójú ẹ̀ ni mo ní kí n wipe off. Sábà ìta ó yá ẹ request. Mi ti ẹ fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ tí padà wá sórí seat gan sef. Sábà ìta ó yá ṣe bẹ́yìn lẹ pick that British, where are you? Okay.
Another thing I also want us to not try to do. You see, we cannot keep justifying one damaged person by another damaged person. Being ọkọ àwọn mi. Oníkálukú dá sí ẹ̀ lọ.
Ẹ tún gòkè ẹ tún fẹ́ wà ká jẹ́jẹ́ àbí?
Oníkálukú dá sí ẹ̀ lọ. So, you see, we tend to do that a lot when we are having some kind of conversation or thought. Oh, because a man does it, because a woman used to do this. On a lighter mood, when we're gisting, it's okay. But the truth is, we can't keep excusing these things because men do it doesn't make it right, or because a woman does it doesn't make it right. Let's address issues on the value for what they are in that point in time. At this moment, we're talking about a woman, a damaged woman who went into a
Damaged and
marriage.
wicked woman.
Well, at the damage, at the wickedness, no, I think they go hand in hand. So, a damaged woman who went into a marriage with a damaged mindset. That's
And,
the
and ended up damaging the man.
yeah. As a matter of fact, even the children involved,
Yeah.
because
How do you want to explain to them àti ẹ̀rá lẹ́yìn sí ni o àbí létẹ̀ dàgbà sí yìí tá a ti ń gbé látọdún yìí ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mọ́mì yín ló ní.
it's really it's not fair. Even if the table were to turn and it was still the man doing that to a woman, my stand would remain the same. And another thing is this that African women don't want African men don't want women to have property. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká pàdé àwọn tó wà damaged o. Because if you find yourself in a relationship with people like that, the best thing is to withdraw. Because if you
Diabetes,
don't,
can you please respond to the comment of Ideralua?
okay, if she's repaying him back, well, like I said earlier, if she was repaying him back, I would still have problem with it though, myself.
Repaying him how after everything is out now.
àwọn ọmọ yà wá jẹ ìyà torí mo fẹ́ rí pé ọkọ
what
mi bá.
what she meant was, if the guy had done something and she was repaying him back in
No, that's even out of it now. We had the story already. Let's not bring ifs again. The woman again. The woman again. The woman again. The woman
already heard her reason. She said her reason was because her father betrayed her mother. Bottom line, her father betrayed her mother. That's why she's doing that, to protect herself, according to her. So it wasn't because the man did anything wrong. It was simply projection of her own childhood experience into her marriage. And that's why I was talking about communication earlier, because I would expect that you don't how do you even love someone when they've not seen you at your worst, you've not discussed your fears with them. It says a lot about you even as a person if you would not know how to weigh or gauge or feel your partner's pulse. Because before you got to the level of marriage, why wouldn't you know at least some things, his mindset on certain things? If he's the type that will not allow woman to own property, and you know whether to leave or to stay. So, above all, Sherry, this relationship thing, let's always take it as going in there to give it our best. Be your best. And once you give your best and you feel that your best is not enough, you can always walk out. So nobody has said that surrender your property to your man. Nobody is talking about that. But at least let him know this is what you are doing. If he's not comfortable with it, then you can make your decision to say, since you are not comfortable with my progress, I cannot live with someone who is an enemy of progress. Because eventually now, are you trying to save your marriage? I don't get it. Do you even have a marriage with a man that you have moved in such sneaky, deceitful, wicked way with? How? So you can't even, when she said, I still love him, the way I rolled my eyes. Because what is love?
Pabo ya wèrè, o love ẹ báwo? Or you
What
still
is
want him
love?
to be your slave?
You can't love someone and enjoy seeing them suffer or go through difficulties. You can't love someone and keep inflicting pains on them. No, don't. Love and that deceitfulness don't go in the same sentence.
They are British. Even listen to the man. The man said when we're having some bad time that we didn't have money, the man was even saying we. The man still currently then the man was still forgetting that it's when I didn't have money because all those period the woman already had houses. So when she fojú wọn pé àwọn òjò lówó ń gbà ní rọ́ni, it was just the man struggling all his life. Lady yẹn ti wà settled already but then pretending bóyá ọjọ́ mi kan tí o bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lé tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀fọ́ àtẹ̀já ṣáwá nìkan ni ó máa tún bàbá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Look at that level of deceit. Pé ẹ má wọrí jẹ́ ká tẹ̀bà síbẹ̀ yẹn ó dẹ̀ ní owó ń bank.
Exactly. So, Ewo, for your own peace and sanity, I want to say it again. You see, I find it difficult with couples who live double standard or double life. You will hear a man telling you, I no longer have connection with my wife, but you're still there. Things is not going well between us, but you're still there. And you will be there, saying things about that partner to another woman. I even find it difficult, because I wonder, how can you have these thoughts about someone and you're still living with them? So for our own peace of mind, for our own mental state, let's always learn to walk away from
See,
situations that
the
doesn't
Ojuku's
align.
wife, you are up o. Ṣé kò ń pẹ́ táàpù dókè ni? D1, see, she has not just broken the trust. She did not just break the trust in the marriage. Sorry, Annie?
I want to believe she's tapping.
ẹ kalẹ́
Mistakenly.
ẹ kalẹ́
Ọmọ
ẹ
tí
kalẹ́
ó yá Vana.
ṣé ẹ wà
Ewa
pa.
kalẹ̀ ṣé ká máa sá lọ ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ sọ.
Ẹ ṣì wà ń bí mo rò pé tí ń múra bí iṣẹ́ ni o.
Ó tì lágo mélòó? Ó tì.
ṣé ẹ mọ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa gbogbo kìíní. Actually, I understand that pain, I understand that trauma, and I'm not trying to invalidate it. But I want us to know that everybody has one thing or the other that they learned from their parents' marriage. And they've decided to put it aside because they do not want to bleed on somebody that did not hurt them. Mi ò lè gbẹ̀san nǹkan tí bàbá mi ṣe fún ìyá mi, mi ò lè gbẹ̀san lára ọkọ mi. Because my husband and my father are two different people. If a man decides that he wants to be a better person at loving, be a better father, a present father, because he lacked that as a child, do you understand? Women should also share the same grace. When a man does something, I've seen a lot of situations where we come out to castigate men. Why did this man do this? Why did he do this to his wife? Why did he do that to his wife? But then when a woman does the same thing, we kind of want to look for a way to twist and manipulate the situation to say, maybe he did something to her. No, nothing justifies you being wicked. A wicked person is a wicked person. Your trauma is okay. Your trauma is valid. But stop bleeding on people who did not cut you. What that woman needed was therapy. It wasn't marriage at all. It wasn't. A woman once shared a story with us. She said her friend ó fẹ́ gba ẹ̀san lára ọkọ ẹ̀ torí pé ọkọ ẹ̀ máa ń nà án nígbà táwọn kéré. Wọ́n ló wá máa ń sọ fáwọn pé òun máa gbé pẹ̀lú bọ̀bọ́ yẹn. Òun máa jẹ́ kó bá òun tọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Òun máa jẹ́ kó bá òun ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kó fi dàgbà. Táwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ bá ti dàgbà tó bá lọ sílé ọkọ, òun máa wá fi sílẹ̀. Òun máa make sure pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn ò tọ́jú ẹ̀. This woman, ó tọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn lóòótọ́. But by the time tó plan pé òun fẹ́ lọ ní toxic marriage yẹn, ó kú. Máa yẹn ló pàpà jọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀. And I tell women these things. If you want to teach a man a lesson, don't be married to him. If you know that who you're married to, you do not see. don't live with your enemy. I would continue to say this. Do not live with your enemy. If somebody is treating you in a way that you do not like, it's okay for you to leave. But if you're going to tell me that you preferred suffering in your husband's house because your father betrayed your mother, then you did not need to be in that man's house at all. At all, at all. So if there's something missing, pé ọmọ mi máa ní ìdòwò school, right? Mo lówó yẹn lọ́wọ́, owó yẹn wà níbì kan tí mo ní. But my prefer pé kán lé ọmọ mi kúrò nílé torí pé mi ò fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ mi mọ̀ pé mo lówó yẹn lọ́wọ́. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wọ́n máa pe ọkọ ẹ̀ lóríṣiríṣi orúkọ
So
kí ẹ
I
lè
would
jáde
ra- I would rather prefer pé okay o tó bá jẹ́ pé ọkùnrin yẹn ó máa lọ sí ibi tí wọ́n ti máa pa láti lọ wá owó yẹn. I would rather prefer to watch him suffer every morning. He didn't hurt me o. It was my father that hurt my mother. So I would rather see him suffer to bring food to the table when I have that money, right? Mo lè afford láti jẹ burger, mo lè afford láti jẹ shawarma, mo lè afford láti jẹ chicken peri peri kí n fún àwọn ọmọ mi. But torí wípé bàbá mi betray ìyá mi, màá wá máa jẹja ṣáwà àbẹja koté nínú ilé, ìyá máa jẹ mí. I don't know. Like, this is ridiculous. I understand that we don't want to be emotional and everything, but sometimes I put myself in some people's shoes. I would never like it if my husband had a house, had a lot of properties, and then I find out later that I've actually been suffering, and my husband had all of these things somewhere. And my child, my husband had all of these things elsewhere. I understand. People have been hurt, people have been broken, a lot of things have happened, but don't let us always think that torí pé kíní ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́nìkan rí, ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa. We are what we believe in. See, fear of the unknown, ó máa ń pààyàn nígbà míì. When you think that this thing is a general problem, it has happened to a lot of people, it's going to happen to me, it will eventually happen to you. Do not live with your enemy. Wọ́n lẹ́ni téèyàn bá ń fura sí èèyàn ò kí ń bá gbé. Mo máa ń sọ kíní yẹn many times. I get it. A lot of people have been hurt, a lot of people have been betrayed. But what makes you think that your husband is exactly like your father? There must have been some things that you saw in your husband. Are you telling me that you actually opened your eyes and married somebody that is exactly like your father? Ó láwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tẹ́ ti máa báyàn sọ tẹ́ máa fi mọ̀ pé ó dà ìpele yìí òun náà fẹ́ ní àwọn ìwà díẹ̀ bíi bàbá mi lára o, ẹ má jẹ́ kí n tẹ́rí sí i kó má bàa ṣe mí bí bàbá mi ṣe ṣe ìyá mi. Ṣé you understand? So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo mọ̀ pé learning curve gbogbo wa ń kọ́gbọ́n ni and everything. Ṣé gbogbo kíní tà ń sọ yìí, we need to understand that a lot of us have got male children. Our husband might not be who we think will come in, whatever. But you have a male child. How would you feel if you heard that your son's wife was comfortable enough to do some little things in the house, but your son was made to suffer for those things that his wife would provide? I understand men are supposed to be providers, women are meant to be supporters, but what was the main support that woman was giving to that man when her husband was incapacitated, when her husband couldn't afford to do these basic things? It just hurts me when I see this type of things. And Tabantra like to justify me only I just wish that woman healing. She needs therapy. You get, she needs therapy. And I wish her love and light actually.
She
Madam Head.
She was supporting.
Madam Head, what are we going to say about men?
Using this phone.
I'm using on my phone.
If a man would do what, Mama?
Because I don't give my phone out. You know it already. Who are you to come and ask if I'm using one phone or not? So, tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn ọkùnrin ni wọ́n ra property, those men that will buy property, apart from own gbowó lé lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ẹ̀ ńsìn, let's leave that one. Okay, that's bad. What are you going to say about those men that will have properties and their wife will not know anything about it? Rather, it's just their parents that knows a lot about it. Like, their wife does not even know. Huh?
It still doesn't make it right. I mentioned it earlier.
No.
I said both male.
But a lot of men are doing that. That one is
but the fact that
rampant.
men are doing it does not mean it's okay, Mama.
It doesn't make it.
We should address that too.
Hey, but
Yes,
the situation of
the emotion more.
Rárá, sis mi.
Any suru, ejema binu. Let me just put it the way I want to put it. I'm sorry. This is not, I accepted that, okay, that lady is bad. But what I'm just thinking right now is, it's common among our men. It's
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
everywhere. Toman shit that. They will have this
bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
property, this, that, somewhere, and they will not even tell the wife. The wife won't even know anything about it.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So yani mo nso say okay, what should we say about that one? No, ó mú àwọn obìnrin mi náà tó fi ń ṣerú.
Ṣé ẹ
I'm
mọ nǹkan tó
post.
máa
No,
ń
I'm
ṣe
not
mí?
post o. Ma bóyá kẹ́ post kẹ́ padà bí mo post ni. Please go out
Ṣé
and
mi
come
lè
back.
ṣé mi lè fẹ́ kí n dáhùn àbí dá British? Èmi àbí?
So
Ṣé ẹ mọ nǹkan tó máa ń
no,
ṣe
nǹkan
mí?
tí mo fẹ́ sáré sọ ẹ jẹ́ n parí ẹ̀ ni pé
Okay, mama.
some women too are now seeing that now as an excuse pé àwọn ọkùnrin mi náà máa ń hide nǹkan, so àwọn obìnrin mi náà máa ní property tán kì í sọ fọ́kọ wọn. Fine, I understand how we are addressing it now, that what is bad, both sides,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin, what is bad. Mo kàn fẹ́ ká débẹ̀ yẹn náà because ìyẹn wà tipẹ́tipẹ́, ó jẹ́ ṣì wà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni, bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
Unlike títóbìnrin ò wọ́pọ̀ tó ìtítọkùnrin.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay. Before we go into that,
Okay,
Timmy.
let me pause. Let me mute.
Okay, Obati, just give me a sec. I know that we are just having a general conversation across board, but I want to call out one behavior that people do, most people, and I think that we should move away from that energy and perception on ways of doing things. You see, like I said again, we are just having a general conversation across board. But kama malo one bad behavior to justify another bad one. Because in the eyes of some of us, bad is bad, irrespective of what table it lands on. So we will now go back to discuss about men who do this as well. But like I stated earlier, the fact that men have been doing it doesn't make it right. The fact that a woman does it doesn't make it right for the man who's been doing it as well, or for the woman who is doing it. Because if we want a society where there's unity, there's love, there's harmony, then we have to accept that wrong is wrong, irrespective of the gender. I will mute now to let Omoti talk, because now we can discuss it generally, looking at it from the angle of both male and
Yeah,
female.
yeah.
Sister Temi, whichever way, àtọkùnrin o,
Don't call my name.
àtobìnrin o,
Just address what you want to address. Leave my name.
it is bad. Ẹ kúkú máa ṣì mọ́ ẹgbà sí mi lálẹ́ yìí. Ẹ ṣì máa yọ ẹgbà sí mi lálẹ́ yìí. Ẹ ṣì
Because
máa.
I know Mr. Paita, immediately you just enter
No,
now. Oti will pay hey, Omoti is here. So
no,
please,
but actually,
I know
you
you don't
know,
support my side. So go with Mr.
it's
Paita
not
this
about
night.
supporting your
Shall
side.
go with Mr. Paita this
It's
night.
about
Leave me.
no, it's about supporting what is
The
right
right thing,
and saying
yeah.
no. Then,
Even
you
to
know,
make the conversation sweet.
yes,
Àwọn kan ṣe máa
yes.
try láti máa
And it's
justify with
yes,
something,
yes.
yes, so
I'm
that
sure
we can just
you've
talk.
known me for a while now. Tó bá jẹ́ ọkùnrin náà, I would use this same energy. Mo máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn, ẹ má jẹ́ àbá ọ̀tá wa gbé. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo ń sọ yìí? I get it. It has happened to a lot of people. It is very bad. Ṣé ti yé? It is àtọkùnrin, àtobìnrin. It's very bad for you to have stuff and be hiding it from somebody. Tẹ́jọ́ ń fàyà lu àyà lójoojúmọ́. Do you understand? Ẹni tó ń bá sùn, ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó pé wọ́n ní two shall become one. Ìwọ á fi ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ sílẹ̀, èmi á fọ̀dọ̀ àwọn òbí mi sílẹ̀, and we become one, which means everything that we both have, we talk about it. If this woman had had this property and insisted she wanted to have it in her name, tọkọ ẹ̀ wá gbé jáde pé ìyàwó òun bá òun jà pé òun fẹ́ ra nǹkan lórúkọ òun, ṣé ó ti yé yín? Àbàbú máa yẹn pé kí ló dé tí kò ní ra property ẹ̀ lórúkọ ẹ̀, but hiding it. So àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin ó wrong. Let's not do that. If he was a man, let's use the same energy. I get it. It's really wrong, Mama. It's wrong. It's wrong. Àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin. Ẹ kúkú mọ̀ mí. Bí mo ṣe máa lo energy náà rè tó bá jọ́kùnrin ló ń hide irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn ìyá wa ti suffer. Àwọn bàbá wa ti suffer. But every day we come online to say, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin, ẹ ṣe dáadáa síyàwó yín, be kind to your wives, be this to your wives. Yes, because we want a better generation, we want a better society. The same thing with a lot of us women who have carried that grudge inside of us pé mo fẹ́ gba ẹ̀san sẹ́ẹ̀, àwọn nǹkan kan wà tí àwọn ọkùnrin ti ṣe fún àwọn òbí mi, fáwọn obìnrin tó jẹ́ pé èmi ni mo fẹ́ gba ẹ̀san. What if that man tó fẹ́ gba ẹ̀san lára ẹ̀ is a man that has actually healed from the trauma tí wọ́n wá fẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá tún wá pour on him again? You cannot, we shouldn't project. Kò kí n jẹ́ kí èèyàn ní peace of mind. Because imagine now, gbogbo ìgbà tí agent àbí whatever bá fẹ́ pè, á máa hide, kò ní fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ rí, kò ní fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn? It's not okay for both gender, for everybody, fún gbogbo wa. Wrong is wrong and right is right. There are no two ways about it. Ó sì yé yín bẹ́yẹn. Yes. Mo mọ̀ pé mo ṣì máa jẹ́ gba lálẹ́ ìbọn ọdẹ èṣì wà. Tàtẹ́mi ọdẹ èṣì máa gbà lọ́wọ́ Wunmi.
Exactly what I said. You know, because and that's when I said for someone's mental health and peace of mind. Sherry, I hope man live conflicted within themselves. I wonder how you guys do it though. Àwa kan àrínú gbé gbogbo irú àwọn bad behaviors sí. I would rather walk away. And that's why I am an advocate of walking away. I read someone in the comment section saying it's not easy for women in Africa to walk away. But anyways, I have circle of women who's walked away, even back home in Nigeria. And I think that a lot of not being able to walk away still centers around background, trauma, experience, and all those things. And how do we conquer this? It would be to help build self-worth, self-esteem, confidence in people, knowing that, okay, if this situation is not aligning with who you are, you have the right to walk away, irrespective of what anyone will say or whatever. You know that at that point in time you are making the decision that is right for you. Because if truly, let's flip it now, if for example the man had done something wrong, rather than being in that oh God, all that scheming, all that being calculative, all that being sneaky and acting slimy and all of that, it's not good for you as a person. Kò dáa fún àlàáfíà ìwọ gan fúnra rẹ. Bí ìgbà tí èèyàn wà bipolar nìyẹn. As in, you now have different characters. You are behaving different, you have to be hiding. It's too much of a mental stress. And nobody deserves putting themselves in such settings where they have to keep scheming every day of their life. Àfẹni tí ò bá tí try peace wo. If you have tried peace before, where you are not two-faced, you don't have to live a double life, you won't want to live fake or double life at all. As I dey like this, I get peace o. Mo ní peace of mind bàjẹ́. Táwọn tí jòsí bá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ gan ká tún fàyè wọn máa jẹ turkey àbí kí n máa mú nǹkan lọ ni. Because I don't live any two-faced life. So we're saying it that be you man or woman, for your own peace, fún àlàáfíà, live straight. Stop with all the scheming and trying to be sneaky around people. Live straight. You will live longer if you live straight. So whether you're a man or you are a woman, live straight and do right by people. Ẹ wá wà nínú ọkọ̀, ẹ máa scheme. Like Omoti said, so when the caretaker when they want to collect rent, báwo lẹ ṣe máa lọ máa sọ?
yọ lọ sójú window, a máa yọ lọ sójú. Ẹ má ti pè mí, ẹ má ti pè mí. Ọkọ mi wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Ọkọ mi. It's stressful. It's
It's
very
just,
stressful. I
hey,
can't imagine the stress. Like, she has been putting her brain in torture, God save. Can't do all of
Midas
that.
touch. It's not just about me. I'm not saying we all have same experience, but what we are saying now, we are encouraging each other, and that's why I said if there's any way that I would support anyone, it would be to help build that confidence. I'm telling you, the moment we begin to realize that life truly goes on, that you can actually live life and have a fulfilled life without having to scheme and plan and do all that unnecessary hard work, then the better. So it's not about being privileged or the type, because sometimes you don't even know all of our stories. You don't know people's stories, but background matters a lot. Background your loma help to be able to walk away, to be able to be decisive, to be able to know that, okay, rather than allowing this person turn me to someone who is evil, I'd rather walk away. Because eventually, if you think you are staying because you want to make world society, you want to make people around you believe, oh, you are married or you are happy, at the end of the day, you are the one dying inside. And I believe if you love yourself,
Diabetes yẹn ló ń jẹ́ tébi bá ń pa mí tí mo bá sọ pé mo yó èmi ni mo níkun mi.
eh, if you love yourself enough, you would never ever want to put yourself in situations. You see, being conflicted within yourself is even a horrible place to be. It is. Yeah, Midas, I just want us to realize that, yeah, it's not that we don't realize. You see, let me sit up. When we're having conversation like this, the conversation is not to dwell on the fact that people were raised to bury trauma. The conversation is to call it out and say that, yeah, even though you were raised like this, you can actually begin to see things from a different perspective. And that's why when we have this type of conversation on here, you will hear people say, oh, they've learned again, they've seen things differently again. Because eventually, you see, those things that you think that, oh, if I leave, I will never be able to survive, how is a lie. It's a lie. You would eventually get through. You will eventually get through. It would not be easy, but it will be worth it. But it's a decision that you have to make. And how do you make it? By seeing your self-worth, seeing that, oh, you deserve more than this. The moment a man, a woman begin to realize that they deserve more than the situation they are in, then they will start doing better for themselves. Because if, for example, now, she had told the husband that, okay, I have this property, yada, yada, yada. And the man said, no, you can't be under my roof and keep property. Of course, if she's walking away at that time, nobody will say, don't walk away. Yeah, okay, I take that back. Because I know that there are some people who will still say, no, bani kumanile, ole lot sa. But you that you know better, you will know the voice to listen to and the one not to listen to. And which is why eventually this type of platform is for us to encourage each other. To know that whatever is not serving you, whatever is not serving your higher self, whatever is not aligning with the person you want to be, then get yourself out of those equation or situation. Because yeah, we can stay here forever and keep talking about how people have to bury themselves in their trauma, how they can't find a way out of it, but we would not be helping them. We won't be doing anything differently by dwelling on such conversation. So this type of conversation is to help people see that yes, you can do it. Yes, you can come out better. Yes, it will be tough. Yes, it will be difficult, but eventually you will pull through. So I hope that you get where the conversation is headed. Midas touch.
ìjọba
ṣé
sọ pé ṣé Mr. Paita ti sùn ni.
mo ò sùn mo fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ kẹ́ yí lọ síbi tẹ́ fẹ́ yí lọ ni ọ̀rọ̀ ń máa ilẹ̀ mi fẹ́ padà sí.
Untouchable, what's the
ẹgbẹ́ wa
big
lọ
lie?
bẹ̀.
Torí èmi rò bóyá ká sweep kan báyìí sí abẹ́ carpet just to try and because I know it's easy because at the end of the day any topic we bring here whether real life story or just some random stories we see online we should treat them for their own merits on their own merits. It's easy for us to have a story of saying ọkùnrin náà ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni and somebody imagine we're having that kind of story èèyàn gbẹ́jọ́ wá síbi nǹkan kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí nílò òun èèyàn kan wá lọ mú story kan wá pé báwọn obìnrin mi náà dẹ̀ máa ń lo ọkọ wọn nìyẹn o bóyá nǹkan tó mọ ọkọ yín náà ṣe nìyẹn o. How insensitive do you think that would be at that point ní moment yẹn tá a lè dúró ọjọ́ kejì láti treat topic bí obìnrin ṣe ń lo ọkùnrin pé okay maybe that's why ẹ jẹ́ ká condemn yẹn náà because in a way yes I've seen some
ẹ padà
topic
síbi tẹ ẹ padà sórí topic yẹn ẹ padà sórí
ẹ̀bẹ̀ náà mo lọ
ẹ
mo
má
fẹ́
wulẹ̀ ẹ padà ẹ má wulẹ̀ bú èbú ẹ padà
No,
ẹ ṣáà padà ẹ lọ yọ tójú nínú topic yẹn padà síbẹ̀. Don't mind him on that touch. Leave him alone. He will not use all those energy on you. Àwa ló máa pa kúrú mọ́ bíbá.
That's where I'm going. That this topic deserve undivided attention. We cannot treat this kind of topic. Katumu topic kimimo. No, ele might realize the damage tí lady ti cause fún man yẹn because that's what we do most of the time and because mo address yẹn ni pé I know anytime tí bá gbogbo àwọn topic tá ti ṣe topic Desola ni ṣe topic Aladuke ni people will want to bring something to try and undercut the main problem or the main issue at hand. They want to bring something else to compare to it to now make it look a little bit justifiable, to try and lessen the actual impact or the damage that has been caused. So we need to move away from that. A wicked woman, which has been publicly exposed now. We should be analyzing, we should be talking about this wickedness, this witchcraft, just like the British rightly qualified what the actions. Only a witch, a very good one, would go to that depth of wickedness and take that man there, take the whole family there. We can go on, and for their daily life, let's analyze anything to pass through on a daily basis. And you see the kind of wickedness tí woman yìí ń ṣe fún àwọn people not just the man here now, even with the children, tó bá anyone the wickedness tó ń ṣe fún wọn lójoojúmọ́ you can see it starting from ó ń jí wọn láàárọ̀ imagine bí màá ṣe a máa jí lọ síbi iṣẹ́ láàárọ̀ pé òkè o owó ilé máa tó dìú I can imagine gan pa máa fi pa jí gan ní pé ní tètè lọ ṣe kinní kí àtìkà mo máa rí lánàá ó máa béèrè owó lọ́la and the man will be working his ass off just to pay rent and put food on the table and still look for something to give to the wife and gbogbo yẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀ on a daily basis ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ tiẹ̀ pé ní pé all this thing happen maybe just for 3 years multiply that by 3 those numbers of this 365 days in a year by 3 in a man if you go through this kind of wickedness so if you go through this kind of slavery ó mú man yẹn sí ni tó bá ná sóyàn mọ́lẹ̀ kò tún sí sísọ mọ́lẹ̀ ọkàn tó tún tó yẹn. Fine, you want to have your property. Father àti show mother ní pẹpẹ. Why can you not have your property in your own name? Why can you not have your own property in your own name? Yes, kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ mọ̀. Kó dẹ̀ wá dé ń pé mo ti sá kúrò lé ọkọ mi torí ọkọ mi fẹ́ lù mí pa pé kí n kó àwọn property mi fóun ó ń fi ìyà jẹ mí emotionally àbò ń fún mi ní silent treatment àbò ń ṣe gbàkan àwo kan látìgbà tó ti discover pé mo ti ní property then that be another story we will now try to analyse that. No, why will you do that? You are a wicked person. Ìyàwó ẹ ní nǹkan you should be happy for her. But instead you kept it a secret. Ta ló mọ a whole lot of business deals tó ti máa thank for ọkọ ẹ̀ gan just to keep him under your roof. Just to keep parading yourself as the husband in that house. We should not condone this at all. In any form, this is not acceptable. It is not just about deceit. It's about àwọn nǹkan tí man yẹn go through tí ó lè sọ fẹ́ lómi ta just to make ends meet on a daily basis.
But
and suddenly
àtúndé ká dúró lórí for present fún wa èwo tún ní ká tún lọ máa garun wo àwọn other things tó ti go through paita.
No, you talk presenting on it. The man said it in the message that he is providing everything for this woman. So, by him provide everything is by working his ass off every single day.
He's a hard-working man.
That means he's actually a good man, right? And that should have actually made that woman have a rethink. That British.
If not, yes, that would have made her have everything. Which
but she has made up my mind. That's why
She's not a witch, or she's evil. Because, I am trying to correct the notion that evil is associated with being a witch. We have witch doctor. We have, when people are good at what they do, we call them witch. Good go. So, but eléyìí ìkànnì evil ni.
A lè pè ní evil witch mbà
evil witch.
Nítorí àwọn àjẹ́ funfun wà bí.
Àwọn àjẹ́ tó dá wà. Àwọn àjẹ́ tó máa ń gbówó.
Àwọn àjẹ́ pupa wà. Èmi tí ẹ̀ ń wárò àwọn àjẹ́ bẹ̀ yẹn.
Say no more.
Baby mi.
Say no more.
Okay, no wahala ngba yẹn.
So
imagine.
I give up.
Midas touch.
These are running from one.
I just want to take you on a journey of this man's miserable life under the rule of this woman. Big Bato, what's the word? Big Bato conquer man yẹn ni. Ó gba gbogbo nǹkan tó ń pè lọ́kùnrin man yẹn. Imagine the date man yẹn find out.
Ó gba ṣòkòtò ní díẹ̀, ó gbé skirt lé lọ́wọ́ àbí.
Exactly, something in that, yes. Imagine ọjọ́ tí màá yẹn find out gbogbo secret yẹn tó find out gbogbo evil enterprise ìyàwó ẹ̀ yẹn because right now evil enterprise ni tó rántí pé supermarket táwọn ti máa lọ ra grocery nìyẹn tó rántí iye ìgbà tóun ti bẹ caretaker tó yẹ kó jẹ́ bí employee fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ just to give him an extension to pay the next day or the next month. Imagine the humiliation tí màá ti go through. Ó wá suddenly discover láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan pé ilé tá à ń gbé ìyàwó mi lọ́nu ni. Imagine the denial tó máa kọ́ bò wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ pé no it can't be. Kò lè ṣe é ṣe.
Ó lọ fà.
Ó máa bá yẹn
ó ka message ni Mr. Paita. He read a message on her phone.
Even at that point a máa wà conflicted nínú ara pé no this message can be true.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá ó máa kọ́kọ́ rò pé bóyá òun lálàá ni kò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
From that moment that man will start doubting every other thing tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní life ẹ̀ pé which one is now the truth here. Every single thing tóbìnrin yẹn ti sọ fún láyé ẹ̀ ní màá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní doubt that man will go into ó lè má escape that torture that mental room tó ti máa torture ara ẹ̀ pòkè ọjọ́ tó sọ I love you sórí lè mí ni ẹ̀ àbí nítorí owó tó fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ òun lọ́jọ́ ẹ̀ ni tó dẹ̀ ní tọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pẹnu kọ̀ ká bá ọmọbìnrin yìí sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ̀yin nìkan ni kẹ́ lu ẹnu yín ẹ̀yin àti talẹ̀ ń pẹnu pọ̀ kọ́ ẹ̀yin nìkan ẹ lu ẹnu yín nìkan kẹ́ fi bá sọ̀rọ̀ èwo ni kẹ́ pẹnu pọ̀ ẹ̀yin àti talẹ̀ jọ. Ń pàánù pa alágbó jẹ̀dí.
Prof, I actually agree with you. Tí màá yẹn bá ṣe anything untoward ó yẹ kó lè forgive ẹ. Imagine tó kó gbárù kí àtẹ̀kà ẹ mú ìwọ mọ̀ pé èmi lè mò ń fẹ́ ọ̀gá ẹ̀ ìwádìí ẹ̀ máa pariwo mọ́ mi tó bá fẹ́ gba rent máa bẹ́ àmọ́ sọ pé no kí lọ wá ṣẹ́kún ṣe ọwọ́ mi. Ó ridicule man yẹn ó strip man yẹn naked of everything called honour and pride. She rendered that man useless even in the midst of men. In the midst of husband man yẹn ò lè ever wà confident mọ́ láti sọ pé yes baálé lélẹ̀ mi náà. máa yẹn máa wọlé ló máa sunkún bíi bébì ni after show yẹn lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Pé for all his life for the past 5 years of his life òun ti wà under enslavement ti obìnrin yìí lòun ti ń ṣe làálàá tóun ṣe everything just to enrich obìnrin yìí riches tí ò tiẹ̀ tún wá tí ò tiẹ̀ tún ṣe sọ́dọ̀ òun rárá. Kí ló máa ná láti sọ pé láti sọ fún kí àtẹ̀ká pé ẹ sọ fọ́kọ mi pé landlord tó nílé sọ pé kó má sanwó ilé for the next 3 years. Kí ló máa ná.
Paita, we've heard, because you are beginning to sound like the husband in this story.
I'm pained.
wàhálà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ lálẹ́ Paita ẹ soft pella ẹ bá wa soft pella.
Sásìlì ti padà jí ó yẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ wá gbé Paita jẹ́jẹ́.
People want to spend up for us in Bomo we already.
Ṣé mo sọ pé opportunity dẹ̀ fún Paita lọ yìí wọ́n máa jókòó lé lórí.
Olùkọ́ ti ń rò ìyàwó.
Ṣẹ́rí kan tó wọ́n bọ́lá tún sọ ọlẹ́yàn tó wà bẹ́ndì ń gba Davido and Sophia.
No, but
Paita ṣéyàwó yẹn ti ṣẹ̀yìn tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
No, tún gbọ́ nǹkan tó tún sọ nínú interview yẹn ni. Help me beg my husband wants to leave the marriage. What marriage? There was no marriage to begin with. wá ní ọkọ ẹ fẹ́ fi
Alátìró tí
marriage
ó
mi.
máa yẹn bá kọjá platform yìí lálẹ́ á wò pé ẹ bá mi wojú arákùnrin àbẹ̀bí ọkọ mi ni wọ́n ní ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ mí rí ni. Mr.
No,
Paita ẹ bá
No,
wa
because
sọ.
that wasn't even a marriage to begin with. Ó wá
And it
sọ pé ọkọ ẹ
wasn't.
fẹ́ kúrò nínú ilé. Kó má kúrò nínú ilé tó ti fi inú ilé tó ti enslave ẹ̀ sí for the past 5 years. No.
you
No
see,
man should ever go through that.
well, the truth is, people who were raised on survival, they would always act from their survival instinct. You know, if to them everything is against them, everyone is against them, and they tend to be very defensive and protective of themselves. But eventually, it still shows that they are damaged. For real, it's still part of being damaged because àìmọye nǹkan. Why don't you think that bóyá nítorí mọ́tò ṣé kò sí ẹni tí mọ́tò parí nínú fámìlì ẹ̀ rí? Kò ṣe wò pé
Kó má
bóyá
wọ mọ́tò.
mọ́tò pa fámìlì òun kó má wọ mọ́tò. You get? Because eventually we can be selective on what we allow to affect us. Bó tiẹ̀ ní family tí mọ́tò ti parí wá ti gbọ́ rí páwọn èèyàn kú ní accident, but you still choose to ride in a car. You still choose to even own a car. You didn't allow that.
Ọkùnrin gan tiẹ̀ ń kú lórí obìnrin inú ilé. Ó dẹ̀ ìgbà àkọ́kùnrin gorí ẹ̀.
Alátìrógo lálẹ́ ìsẹ́.
Mr. Paita,
Mr. Paita.
ẹ má jẹ́ kán gbé ẹjọ́ ọkọ àtìyàwó wá síwájú yín o. Tí n bá ní ẹni husband and wife tán bá gbé ẹjọ́ wá síwájú yín, máa sọ fún wọn pé ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ relationship yẹn.
No, see, irú relationship yóò ṣe relationship. Anybody bá advice pé kọ́ lọ make up, kọ́ lọ correct yẹn, kọ́ lọ ṣe kinní kan, wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ para wọn eventually ni. That man can never recover from that.
But woman yẹn sound bí ẹni tó love ọkọ ẹ̀ gan náà.
Kò love
Òun ló
well,
jẹ́ kó gbé bọ́sítà kó ti fẹ́ fòun sí.
Ó fẹ́ lose the toy yẹn ni. So she's just been protective of her toy.
Àtẹ̀mí ta ló fẹ́ máa sanwó ilé yẹn tí màá yẹn bá lọ.
Ó máa gbé fẹ́yàn mí náà normal.
Ó sì ní owó tenancy tó ń gbà lọ.
Yeah, ó máa rent out fẹ́yàn mi lórí ìyẹn ṣe excuse. Oṣù ọdọ ni kó jẹ́ máa yẹn ló máa sọ̀nà.
Mo mọ̀ nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe lálẹ́ yìí.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Mr. Paita ń sìn báyìí, wọ́n tẹ̀ ti gba case lọ́wọ́ everybody bóyá I don't know.
No, mo dẹ̀ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní òun pé Paita
Ó ti da. Ìṣòwò ìgbà tí mo sọ fún yín pé jẹ́ ká fọgbọ́n máa mú wọn wálẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ bẹ́yìn náà ẹjọ́ ń gbéra yín lọ. Wọ́n ti débẹ̀ báyìí sọ ẹjẹ́ wọn fànà. Mr. Paita ẹ̀ fànà.
Ọmọlógo fànà lọ mọ wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀.
Fànà. Wọ́n á fẹ́ lè fẹ́ ṣe máa ṣe pé wọ́n ti ṣerú ẹ̀rí tí Mr. Paita now I'm even scared of sleeping in this house with a woman.
Mo rántí alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn.
Báwo lọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ ṣe wá.
Ọjọ́ tí aládùnkẹ́ ni. Mr. Paita. Mi ìlú ìgbà tí alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn. Wọ́n ní báwọn ṣe wà ẹ̀rù dẹ̀ ń bá wọn láti ta.
Èmi tẹ́ mo ṣe ń wo pé ẹ padà wálé kọ́ tó sọ pẹ́rù ń bá àwọn àti sùnnú lẹ́sìn.
But my baby knows I will never do that to him.
Okay.
Níbi tá a tiẹ̀ ti jọ ń fa ọ̀rọ̀ ètí ìyá mi ti rí pé ọ̀rọ̀ olóbìnrin dẹ́rẹ́ ti wá fún mi smoothie so that kẹ́rù má bá mi pé má wọ̀ ọ́ everything is fine.
Ẹ mú ilé ìkẹ́ fi kú máìndì yín dálẹ̀ ẹ má láti gbé lọ bí tẹ.
Pé step down. Ìyẹn náà pè ní step down. Má gbé lọ
But nǹkan tí màá yẹn ṣe kò bójú mu.
I'm sure even your wife is beginning to think like me that you are sounding like the husband already.
Òun lọ ṣe pé uncle ẹ gbà ẹ mú kẹ wálé ẹ padà wálé.
Ọ̀gá, but yeah.
Tó bá jẹ́ àbúrò wa ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àbí family member wa lọkùnrin yẹn báwo la ẹ máa feel. Mo fi irú level of no ẹ kò báwí from
Wọ́n á
a
náà
third
báwí dáadáa tó,
party kìíní ni mo fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé ẹ fira yín sínú ṣú ọkùnrin yẹn pé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi lẹ́ni àbúrò mi lẹ́ni yẹn wọ́n kò mi
Okay, kí
lẹ́ni
ló
yẹn
wá tún
báà lẹ́yìn máa fi o.
Ó dàárọ̀, mo fẹ́ lọ sùn báyìí. Ẹ ṣeun, ó dàárọ̀. Oorun ayọ̀ lásán.
ọmọ tí if you comot for there ṣebí when I dey talk ọmọ tí no go down o na that one go cause
ọ̀rọ̀
problem
tó bá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ wọn lè fẹ́ lọ sùn.
Ṣébi tí wàá ní sùn mọ́ lálẹ́ ní báyìí wọ́n lọ́hùn.
ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn ní ká lọ fún lọ́rùn pa Mr. Paita.
ọrùn ní àgbàjẹ.
A ti wá rògùn báyìí lálẹ́. Mọ́mí ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá wà
Sister Cindy.
ní dosage smoothie yẹn.
Cindy ẹ jọ̀ọ́ fún wa ní TikTok account lady yẹn everybody lọ fi comment
ìgbà wo ni mo tiẹ̀ bọ́ lẹ́nà.
ó dá gbogbo wa sílẹ̀ kò kọ̀ ọ́ fún.
Okay. Kí fún yín ní TikTok ẹ̀ ṣé ìtẹ̀sẹ̀ lórí ilé ìbáyé ò tí ì tó báyìí ẹ tún fẹ́ lọ bá nínú inbox ni.
No, àwọn ti comment section they are pissed off they need to go and express themselves.
ìṣe gbọ́rọ̀ wá ṣe ti sùn ni.
Èmi máa ti sùn lọ mo tún jí ni mo rò pé àmúdẹ̀wárí Mr. Paita tó dẹ̀ ń tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀.
ìgbà yẹn ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa ń bú mi pé mò ń sùn jù o ta ló wá ń sùn jù báyìí.
Mi ò tí ì sùn mú edé láti ibi iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ó dáa mo agree mo sùn ẹ má bínú.
Ọmọlá ẹ sọ pé wà pissed off.
Ọmọlá ni we are not pissed off sir. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni.
Tẹ bá rí comment section ẹni ẹ tó post ẹ yìí Paita èèyàn àwọn tẹ máa lọ bájà pọ̀ o.
Wọ́n support woman yẹn but sisterhood is proud of you. Kìdí kan wọ́n ti fẹ́ bú èmi gan pa lórí péjì mi.
But it's not nice.
Ṣé rírun kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni?
Tẹ bá rí comment section
ọmọ tí wọ́n náà sẹ́ńsà ní ṣe.
Gáà yẹn ò dẹ̀ kí n kẹ́ẹ̀tì comment tó tó yẹn o 600 and something comment màmú màá rí
bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó ti mọ́ wa lára.
Lady yẹn ò ṣe nǹkan tó dáa.
Ẹ sì mọ́ wa lára. Ọ̀dẹ́ èṣù.
It's not good.
Obìnrin tó bá ti kàn wá báyìí.
O lè yọ ẹrọ ẹnìkan lára ẹnìkejì. It's not nice.
Tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pọ́kùnrin mi gan tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pọ́kùnrin mi tó fẹ́ gan ló ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn forí gan kò tí ì yẹ kó tó yẹn gan ká má ti wá sọ pé bàbá wèrè ẹ bàbá ẹ ló wà wèrè ẹ wá nǹkan fẹ́ lọ́jọ́ lára ẹlòmíì.
Ẹ gbàgbára lè díẹ̀ náà.
Ó ti ẹ̀ kójú tì gan pé bàbá ẹ̀ wùwà báyẹn àbí Mr. Paita. Ó tún wá fẹ́ gbẹ bàbá ẹ̀ wùwà wọ́n tún yẹ kó o máa kójú máa tì pẹ̀lú bàbá yẹn bí ẹ.
Ọkọ ò kì í ṣe ẹni tó yẹ kó tọ́jú ilé kò ṣe anything.
Ọkọ ẹ̀ wá responsible.
Ọkọ ní dáhùn díẹ̀ ni so nǹkan tó ṣe ò dáa that's not love anyway kò love.
Báwo la fẹ́ encourage àwọn ọkùnrin míì tó ń tọ́jú ilé báwo la fẹ́ encourage wọn.
Ẹ máa tọ́jú ilé lọ your reward is in level. Ẹ má wọrí ẹ má jẹ́ kí yẹn ṣe kìíní.
Mo máa ní láti go through fóònù ìyàwó mi ń sìn gan láti pé mi gan ti bá kí á tẹ́ka sọ̀rọ̀.
Wàhálà ti wà lálẹ́ ó ti bá
tó jẹ́ kẹ́kẹ́ mọ̀ pé ó yẹ kí wọ́n ti lọ́rọ̀ obìnrin wa ọ̀gá mi máa tátọ́ síbẹ̀ ni.
Oríyọmí Hamzat ló máa wọlé sí platform wa kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí o. Welcome sir.
Original account.
À ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bọ̀ lágídígbò.
Bóyá jẹ́ tí ń gbọ́ lókè tẹ́lẹ̀ kan tó wọlé kanlẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní trust ní máyì.
A máa ní láti invite máyì as a guest speaker.
Ṣé rí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ nǹkan fún yín tó ọ̀gá mi ṣe ń ṣe yìí ọ̀gá mi ẹ má bínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí n fẹ́ sọ yìí mo ti máa sọ.
Ẹ bú mi kò sí wàhálà náà.
Ẹ jẹ́ mi tiẹ̀ lè bú yín ná mo kàn fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan ni. Ṣé rí ẹ ti mọ̀ kó tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin tóbìnrin bá ti fall short díẹ̀ báyìí ọ̀gá mi máa ta tán síbẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n máa sọ.
Wọ́n máa jókòó tí wáyé bọ́kùnrin ní báyìí wọ́n á ti ní ẹgbẹ́ ti another
that is
thing.
the reason pé àwọn obìnrin orí platform yìí náà ọjọ́ tó bá ti kan ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin a gbọ́dọ̀ sùn rárá ká fún wọn tán jẹ gidi tẹ́ pé àwọn gan a bá fún wọn jẹ ọjọ́ méjì ẹ̀rọ máa bà wọ́n àti wá sórí platform nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe nìyẹn ẹ̀rọ kan láti dọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin.
The battle line has just been drawn.
It has not
No,
been drawing.
and that's
àfikọ́kùnrin
That
kankan
is
má
what
fọ̀
it
bú o.
Ọlọ́run á ṣe màá tún bá sórí ọkùnrin pàdé.
àfikọ́kùnrin kankan má fọ̀ bú o. ọkùnrin kankan má fọ̀ bú o. àfi níta pàtà àfi kí ọkùnrin kankan má fọ̀ bú lórí platform yìí a máa tẹ iṣan mọ́ ni.
no, see.
ẹ má máa fọ́gà mi lọ́rọ̀ sọ.
Ọlọ́run gbọ́.
ẹ ní sùúrù ẹ jẹ́ ká reflect sí látìgbà tá a ti jọ wà lórí platform yìí ọ̀rọ̀ mélòó tó jẹ́ tọkùnrin ló fuck up lọ gbé wá àti tóbìnrin ọkùnrin tó fuck up ló ń pọ̀ jù lọ́rọ̀ tá à ń discuss and I can always see that we are always in unity a máa ń pẹnu pọ̀ tá a máa bá ọkùnrin yẹn wí àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin nobody ọkùnrin ò lè sọ pé nítorí ọkùnrin ti fuck up tá a máa sọ pé a fẹ́ dúró tì lẹ́yìn we don't even want to especially àwọn ọkùnrin orí bíi we don't even want to see it pé bóyá ọkùnrin lọ lu ọwọ́ agbára kan fóbìnrin àbò fẹ́ try láti rí obìnrin jẹ we all stand up and we speak up for it we speak against such behaviour and ibi tó ti máa ń dùn mí nìyẹn tó bá gbé sórí obìnrin tó fuck up wá in relation to ọkùnrin a máa fẹ́ máa da ọwọ́ bò lórí talking about sisterhood talking about ṣe èèyàn wa ni no. I don't want people to see us that way. We are not sisterhood or brotherhood kind of association here. Association of seeing bad thing and calling them out for what they are.
We are peoplehood.
Yes. So I don't want us to fractionize ourselves in that line of ọkùnrin ló ṣe obìnrin ló ṣe ní ó ṣe. Because I've been seeing it àti níbi kéèsì méjì mẹ́ta tó jẹ́ pé obìnrin ló wu àwọn ìwà tó jẹ́ pé kò bójú mu and àdèmá rí àwọn obìnrin wa tó máa fẹ́ bring out some excuse from nowhere what if la máa gbọ́ not based on ọ̀rọ̀ tá a mọ̀. So at that point it starts to get to me like okay. So we should be giving àwọn ọkùnrin excuse. No, let's call out bad behaviours, bad actions anytime tá a bá rí wọn irrespective of bóyá ọkùnrin ló wù àbòbìnrin ló wù. That's the only way we can make a better environment, a better society and better people. Host àtẹ́wọ́ mi dà èyí tí mo submission yàn tẹ̀yìn lọ́rùn àbí.
ṣé wàá bẹ̀rẹ̀ abẹ́ tí sùn.
Submission yàn tẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́rùn ni.
kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀.
wọ́n ti ń sùn.
no mo ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ àgbà tó jẹ́ ti tẹ ìkíní gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́
wọ́n lè
báyìí
pàtẹ́wọ́
láti lè láti ní ká àtẹ́wọ́ kọ̀ clapping
ẹ tẹ pí.
àgbà tó jẹ́ ìfẹ́ mọ́ sí tó ti fẹ́ mọ́ sí gbogbo ẹ̀ kí wàá
ẹ̀mọ́ yẹn pọ̀. ẹ̀mọ́ yẹn pọ̀ gan-an.
Midas touch mo understand the comment yín yìí ẹjọ́ ta ló lè bá mi kà tó understand the cotton try láti pass across.
You've never told women to sleep at home during men's saga, but you are trying to run away. Oh, bóyá gbà tí Táyọ̀ ta sọ ìtẹ́sọ ike ẹ̀gbẹ́ sunlé lálẹ́.
pé ẹ̀rù ti ń bà yín àti sunlé.
Àti sunlé. Wọ́n wá ní pé tọkùnrin bá ṣe sọ.
irọ́ ẹ̀sọ́ ọkùnrin tó ṣẹ̀ fún mi rí ta ti treat case ẹ̀ ń bí yìí tí mo condemn tá a bá wí pé no we are not proud of you. ẹ̀hún ṣe ìkọ́ tá a kọ́ ní WhatsApp group wa lélẹ́yìí.
ọ̀gá mi oníṣòro truth be told if nǹkan tọkùnrin bá ṣẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ti ń bá wọn wí ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe tóbìnrin kò ń tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe tọkùnrin ẹ má ti ẹ tẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀ jù.
The only thing tí mo máa ń ṣe tóbìnrin báyìí ni pé people are not speaking up àwọn èèyàn ń fọ̀rọ̀ sábẹ́ àwọn sọ èmi dẹ̀ fẹ́ sojú abẹ́ǹkò tí tóbìnrin everybody ti jáde already láti sọ pé no àlégbà fọkùnrin yìí good but títọkùnrin irọ́ àwọn èèyàn lè jáde tán àmàrà tó máa wù pé àwọn ọkùnrin ló fà á àwọn ọkùnrin ló ṣe kinní kan àwọn ọkùnrin ló mú kinní kan ìyẹn lèmi ò dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ gbọ́ ó ti hùwà tí ò ti wù tí ò dáa má jáwọ́ excuse fún un.
God's willing ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin kan á jáde láìpẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
àjọ máa sọ tó bá hùwà tí ò dáa a máa condemn a máa lè jáde kúrò.
anybody bá pàdé sórí obìnrin ní street ẹjọ́ For now,
ẹ má gbé wá platform.
Kọ́ má gbé wálé,
platform.
okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ọ̀gá mi ẹ má má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ kọ́ ọ̀gá mi fúnra wọn bẹ̀ àwọn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni màá jáde fúnra wọn tẹ̀ mọ́ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ òde ni wá fún mi.
Sista Temi.
Màá lọ máa wá fúnra mi ni.
Àpẹ́ àti ẹ̀pẹ́.
Ó yẹ kí la fẹ́ sọ sí Ṣẹ́gun Johnson. Ó yá.
Apart from that, ó tiẹ̀ ní story kan tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Mr. Pàjá. Ṣé mọ̀ pé story kan wà? Woman kan kú ní last mi ò bóyá ẹ rí. Ó ṣe C-section 4 days after C-section. Ọkọ ẹ̀ ní dandan o, àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ jọ ìbálòpọ̀. Picture woman yẹn wà lórí page mi. Ó ní dandan pé kinní kan òun ò lè mú mọ́ra mọ́ just 4 days after. Ó dẹ̀ bá woman yẹn sùn kó lọ sọ́wọ́ kan ó lọ́wọ́ méjì ọwọ́ kẹta tí woman yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní blues tó fi kú. Kí ló fẹ́ sọ sínú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀?
Okay, that's good. So ọjọ́ bára ó rẹ́pù woman yẹn àbí?
Rẹ́pù bíi ti báwo?
Oh sorry for kíkiní má lọ flag wa. So ó fipá bá woman yẹn sùn à? Ọ̀rọ̀ jálẹ̀ àbí?
Ó fipá bá sùn, yes, ó fipá bá sùn.
Okay, good, yes. So that is criminal. Kò sí àlè fọ̀rọ̀ sábẹ́ àwọn sọ. Nǹkan tó mú lè fipá bá obìnrin sùn.
Nǹkan tá a máa pè ní coercion nìyẹn àbí?
Yes, ó jẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ forced, not even coercion here now.
Coercion, forced, yes.
Ó jẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ kò jẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ o, it is criminal. Ọkùnrin yẹn ní láti face the full wrath of the law. Kò sí any escape, kò sí any. Now bringing into the circumstances.
ó máa yẹn
ló
náà
ń ṣe
lẹ́bi náà.
ẹbí sùúrù irọ́ ẹ má change story o. Ó fi ipá bá sùn àbí ó máa nítorí òun fẹ́ kó fẹ́ yàwó mi ó làbílẹ̀.
Mr. Paidakọ sọ pé ó fipá bá sùn from the beginning. Ó
accept kó fẹ́ yàwó mi, ó accept kó fẹ́ yàwó mi. Torí
báyìí wá ṣẹyọ kan kó dúró wá lọ mẹ́ta.
No, woman yẹn náà dẹ̀ ń ṣe bébì àbí kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣá.
Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá ó ń ṣe bébì báyìí?
Woman yẹn sunkún pé according to the story because it was the sister of the woman that told the story nígbà tí ó fẹ́.
How did the sister know?
Story kò kú ìmìdí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ tán màmí dupsy lẹ́yìn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tí ẹ̀jẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde lára ẹ̀ wọ́n gbé lọ sí hospital kó jẹ́ pé ó kú immediately. So sister record everything tó sọ fún òun níbi tó ti ń sọ wípé òun ò fẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé before kóun tó lóyún bó ṣe máa ń ṣe ìyẹn pé ọjọ́ tó bá ti rẹ̀ òun àbí tóun ò bá fẹ́ ṣe á sọ fún òun pé òun máa lu òun ṣe léṣe òun máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ bọ́ torí fáwọn òbí òun ti sọ pé òun ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ láti lẹ̀ lòun ò ṣe fẹ́ kí wọ́n rí iṣẹ́ tí understand ló ṣe wípé òun máa endure so this particular day ó pe òun ó ní dandan òun ò lè ní ara dúró mọ́ 4 days ó ti tó òun dẹ̀ sọ fún pé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin tóun máa ṣe C-section eléyìí dùn òun ju àwọn ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ pé màá yẹn ò gbọ́ ló máa fẹ́ yàwó mi. The sister actually recorded everything. The woman was telling pé everybody forgive òun káwọn ọmọ sí òun forgive òun. Ọkọ òun sọ pé òun máa fẹ́ yàwó mi ní òde tó kú pé yàwó mi wà ní.
Ṣé kò wà ní fẹ́ yàwó mi sí?
Nígbà tó dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dun òun tí òun bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn pé òun sọ fún pé kíní yẹn dùn òun kójú stitch yẹn gan ó ti bẹ́ pé máa yẹn fọwọ́ bo òun lẹ́nu. Pé tóun bá pariwo òun á fún òun lọ́rùn sí bíbá wa pa òun gbẹ́nu sọ pé òun gbádùn pé bóyá kígbe tó yẹn dùn yẹn gangan lòun enjoy.
I'm sorry, both of them they are animals. Mo sympathize for lady yẹn, may her soul rest in peace if God willing. But that being said, animal ni lady yẹn, animal ni bigger animal ni man yẹn. For her to láti máa tolerate láti máa hide irú ẹ̀hàn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ sínú ilé látọjọ́ ọjọ́ yìí tó ń sọ pé òun máa fipá bá sùn ẹni tó lè máa bá obìnrin sùn to the point pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ yọ ó tún fọwọ́ bò lẹ́nu pé sẹ́ẹ̀ a máa parí sága yìí tell me ẹ̀hàn náà nìyẹn kò sí anything about that one tí ó máa dẹ̀ lè ààbò ẹ̀ because mo fẹ́ kó fẹ́ yàwó mi o ò lè mẹ́rù ẹ̀ kó kúrò nulẹ̀ o ò lè lajú ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kó fẹ́ yàwó mi yẹn kí ló what is wrong with ladies? Ibo ló ti rán àwọn ladies kan náà that don't even have the courage not even courage now even the brain to preserve their own life That is the most basic, what do you call it now? Instinct of any human being. Self-preservation. First thing here in life, anybody, ọmọdé ni àgbàlagbà ni o, once you threaten their livelihood, you see them in action. Tí sex bá máa pa ẹ́, tó dẹ̀ tí ríńpó tí ń gbẹ̀bí ẹ lọ, and you still cannot preserve your own life by saying no, yá lọ mú yàwó yẹn wọlé lálẹ́ yìí. Tell me. Then obìnrin gan fúnra gan kò ní even basic instinct tó jẹ́ pé ordinary animal gan máa ní. She's ó dumb ju animal lọ.
Ó ti rìn díjú.
Yíyan ṣe rìn dín. I don't know. It's not, definitely it's not love. So nobody can say it's love.
Which kind of love is that?
The fear of being alone. People need to normalize. They need to normalize being alone in life. It is normal. Tó bá lọ́kọ, tó bá níyàwó, tó bá lọ́mọ, tó bá ní anything, tó bá lówó, they gbogbo àǹkíní wà normal in life. They are normal. People need to normalize this thing. So the fear that I don't want to be alone, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. That pressure, because at the end of the day, we'll say societal pressure, society low, but no. You are the one giving yourself that pressure. And because you cannot blame your own self for the actions, the stupid actions you're taking, you try to push it on the society. Societal pressure, no. Society wo ló wá parapọ̀ tó wá jókòó èmi ò rántí ọjọ́ tèmi lọ sí léèyàn tó wà society mi àbí tó wà environment bóyá o pressure tá fẹ́ fún ẹ lélẹ́yìí nǹkan báyìí ló gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe yes wọ́n máa fojú kan wò ẹ́ so what wọ́n máa bèèrè lóyún pé kíní kan dà so what. So if people go about killing themselves because of societal pressure, they have themselves to blame, not the society. The society owes nobody any responsibility or any business. Even when it's not convenient for you and you cannot say a simple no. Because at the end of the day, as sad as the story is, man in your rape way, although he's an animal, but go rape way in this sense. If you cannot say no, pé nǹkan tó bá máa ó fẹ́ lù mí àbí lù mí kí n pariwo síta. Tó bá ti lè rí ibi tó sáré lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ as long as yóò bá ti pa ẹ́ lọ́jọ́ yẹn, ó ti mọ̀ pé the next day that is it.
So kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe fún màá àbí because the sister is saying she needs justice for her sister blah 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 blah.
No, tó bá ní dying declaration lady yẹn.
Yeah, she has it.
Yeah, so that's acceptable. Tó bá jẹ́ pé dying bed there ló wà ó tí ó ti ṣe ògbó declaration yẹn o. That's acceptable.
Okay.
It's acceptable in the court. So based on that, at the point tó ti rí pé the woman ti bleed excessively, even with all the conditions, these scenarios tó wà attached mọ́ situation yìí alone. That man is reckless to be at least tí ó bá go for any other thing. He endangered this woman's life. That was reckless endangerment. So that one alone, they'll get him for that. Then the conversation to ensue whatever is left as evidence láti lè lò láti wò bóyá okay ó amount sí rape or even involuntary manslaughter.
Okay. Ó ga o. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin ẹ ṣáàjẹ́ ká nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara wa torí kò tiẹ̀ yé mi.
Also what tó fẹ́ lọ fẹ́ yàwó mi so what ẹ kó fẹ́ náà kí ló kún ẹ. Wọ́n náà lọ fọ́kọ mi àbí kò dẹ̀ dá dúró dandan ni kò fọ́kọ ni. Àbí dandan ni kò ní ọkọ ni.
Ṣé kò ní fẹ́yàwó yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀?
Ṣé kò ní fẹ́yàwó mi báyìí?
A fẹ́ gidi gan.
Ẹ má yẹ káwọn ọkùnrin máa sọ pé mo fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó mi. Ó máa sọ pé mo fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó ọdún tó pé máa fọ́kọ mi. Simple.
Kò tí ẹ ṣe dandan láti fọ́kọ gan tó bá jẹ́ pé yẹn ni ta ló máa fẹ́ mẹ́rin yes má fọkọ live your life live a
Rárá o.
fulfilled
Your
life.
life.
Rárá o,
Wọ́n
fẹ́kọ̀ọ́
ṣe
mi
máa
ò ní
fi
dàbàdà.
wọ́n ṣe máa fi ayé
díẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ tó bá fi pé nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ ni ẹ̀ fine.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
I'm just saying there should not be pressure pé mi náà gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ ọkọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
irú kí ni gbogbo yẹn ìwọ náà wà lọkọ ó gbàgbé health títí ẹ torí kó má bàa fẹ́ ìyàwó mi àti kó má bàa ṣe kinní kan.
Wúmà yẹn ò gbàdúrà rẹ̀
ọmọ
rárá.
yẹn bọ yẹn náà kò lẹ́nu
Kò gbàdúrà rẹ̀ ni.
ọ̀rọ̀ ó kàn fara ẹ̀ lè kú lọ́wọ́.
Èèyàn ó ga
èmi
o.
bí wọ́n sọ pé má
And
sọ pé mi ò fẹ́ kú o.
if you see that woman's picture, very beautiful woman. Oh, fine gidi. Ẹ wá gbà mí.
nǹkan tó ń ṣe máa yẹn náà nìyẹn a máa wọ́n ti fáìn pé ẹlòmí àbóhùn máa fẹ́ ń ta léṣe títí lè jókòó.
olórí burúkú ni máà nìyẹn a ní máà nìyẹn.
Ọmọ.
tọ́ ó yẹ kọ́ néèmù ẹ̀kọ́ ṣíṣọ́ ti gbé píkṣọ̀ máà nìyẹn jáde.
Ó dà pé mo gbọ́ pọ́nà ti gbé picture ẹ̀ jáde ní Facebook lẹ́yìn
káwọn èèyàn ṣèmú ẹ̀ káàkiri
Yes now.
kò ń ṣe ẹni tó yẹ kó wà láwùjọ àwọn èèyàn.
Ọmọ. Ó ga o. Ẹ wo it is well ṣá.
It's even irritating.
I don't know. Ìyá màmá bọ́ ọmọ kékeré sùn bó ṣe wà yẹn tó ṣe lóhùn gbádùn ẹ̀ bó
ẹni
ṣe ń
ẹ̀mọ́
ṣe.
báwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀ bí nǹkan ṣe ń rí ẹlòmíì lára ṣá.
Màámi dúpṣe ẹ̀bí ní kò máa bọ́ ọmọ kékeré sùn bó ṣe wà yẹn ṣá tó fi ní bó ṣe ń pariwo yẹn tó ṣe ń tún yẹn lòun láìkì. Ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀kọ́ tó máa yẹ ti ń bá àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ gan sùn Ọlọ́run dárí jì mí.
Impossible kò sí nǹkan tí ò possible.
Torí tó fi ní pain yẹn gangan lòun láìkì. I don't know how you would enjoy seeing somebody in pain. Kí ló fi yàtọ̀ sáwọn Ozoro boys àbí kí ló kọ àwọn oní festival òṣì ní Delta State festival àdánù. Kí ló fi yàtọ̀ sí wọn? Torí báwọn girls yẹn ṣe ń pariwo nínú àwọn boys yẹn ń dùn. Tí wọ́n ṣe ń pariwo nínú wọn ń dùn. Àlẹ́ èyí tó jọ́kùnrin nínú wọn tí ó lọ gbèjà girlfriend ẹ̀ wọ́n bọ́ pátẹ̀ wọ́n tún bọ́ òun náà sùn. Pé ìwọ wá gbèjà girlfriend ẹ̀ ó yá. Àṣẹ ẹ̀gbọ́n ni. Ìwọ wá gbèjà girlfriend ẹ̀ wá gbèjà girlfriend ẹ̀ bí ó yá wọ́n fa pátá sí náà.
wọ́n tún mú fóun náà.
Láti òdí ẹ̀.
Ọmúṣẹ́ fún.
Láti òdí ẹ̀ yes
ayérayé o.
I'm telling you, tó lọ gbèjà girlfriend ẹ̀ ọmọ Delta State University. Kí ni ẹ bad gan o nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn ó bá ní Delta yẹn. Another
ṣé wọ́n wá rí wọn mú.
Oríṣiríṣi àwọn kan ní their traditional ruler came out with a statement. I don't know if anybody has read that statement saying the festival is to beg the gods for fertility in the land. So what they do is they jokingly just pour sand on women that don't have children. Everything is just supposed to be a joke. It's joke. Ó ṣàn sọ pé jokingly ni gbogbo nǹkan yẹn yẹ kó jẹ́. Like trying to trivialize the whole thing as if it's not.
No, kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ gan in the real life.
In the real life ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀gbọ́n kò Zoro ni láti jẹta.
Ẹ̀mi ò gbọ́n pa ọ̀ nígbà ò nìyẹn ṣẹlẹ̀.
Ẹjọ́ ta ló gbọ́n pa ẹ̀ báyìí. Ṣábọ̀ mi ò ṣáà máa disturb mi torí mi ń fọ abọ́ o. Ozoro festival.
Sí wàhálà ẹ̀fọ́.
Ní ìjẹta sọ́dọ̀ sáwọn videos àgọ́ yẹn o ìjẹra olúwa. Ṣé bá fẹ́ lọ wọ àwọn fídíò rẹ̀ bá ṣe fún yín láti ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nílé wò náà torí great rẹ̀.
Ẹ kò fẹ́nu ṣàlàyé má jẹun wò ẹ ṣàlàyé.
So now the festival is women are expected to be indoor. Any woman that is not indoor, àwọn máa fi fá bá sí. Ìmí buy 10 boys on one girl. Ìmí buy 15 boys, 40 boys lórí obìnrin kan. Wọ́n kàn ti gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ní àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké yẹn. Wọ́n kàn ń bá wọn sì ṣe. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń rí ìkọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n bọ́ wọn sí òwò pé you are supposed to stay indoor. You are not supposed to come out. So the consequences of not staying indoor is big. Just hearing. So they said they've been practicing it for years. So Oka Lottery because people recorded it and posted it online. They were illuminating those girls on fashion wọn ya lójú títì. Wọ́n dẹ̀ grape wọn bẹ́yẹn lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì nínú ìjẹ̀pẹ̀ nínú lẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́yẹn níta gbangba lọ́sàn-án gangan. Níta gbangba lọ́sàn-án gangan. Ẹ lè wá àwọn fídíòs náà. The price of those
girls. Ṣé wọ́n ti ń retí àwọn gẹ̀ẹ́sì yẹn ti tẹ́lẹ̀ ni? Àbáwọn kọ̀ wá ń ta tán wá ń garadu pé àwọn gẹ̀ẹ́sì máa tó jáde ọ̀sán.
It's close to Delta State University. So ẹ̀mọ̀ káwọn ọmọ school parents wọn àwọn ò mọ̀ pé anything like that wà ń tà. Bí orò tó máa ń ṣe ń gbẹ̀yàn tó máa ní wọ́n ṣe orò kóbìnrin má jáde.
Wọ́n
So
okay.
something like that. So àwọn obìnrin tó bá wá jáde ẹ wá ń gírètì wọn. You understand? Ẹ ń gírètì wọn. Ṣáwọn alálẹ̀ ní ló ní kẹ́ máa fi
Kí
pábóbìnrin
ló
pàdé
wá ṣe kí wá
consequence
ní
wọn.
àwọn Delta State Student Union wọ́n ṣe?
Everybody got to pariwo náà ni. They were expecting them to come. Everybody ṣì ń pariwo náà ni. I think they said some arrests have been made. The kí lorúkọ bọ̀bọ̀ ṣé PRO of Delta State ni òun àti Rinu àbí Rinu lọ́jọ́ ẹdún ara wọn lọ́sàn-án ìyẹn fi ẹjọ́ jà. Ìyẹn sọ fún pé why is this staying on? Àwọn ṣì investigate like the evidences are all over social media. So every time I make a post like this, it seems to turn you on. And so nípa pé wọ́n sexualize àwọn obìnrin ó PR of police is saying that tóun bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó dà kóun máa ń tọ́nà ẹ̀ ọ́n. Ṣáà report it ara àwọn tó ti wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀ látàárọ̀. The whole thing is a big deal. They've not done anything o. As of now, I've not read it anywhere. Don't want to share anything. Fáwọn boys. But the videos, oh my God, you don't want to watch those videos and stuff like that. Yeah,
So why are people anyway? Bóyá nítorí mo sí online.
yes, now.
So why are people not talking about it?
Ex-boyfriend, our can talk about it. People are talking about it. You know, people. The governor has not given any speech. SSA, how did that guy become the SSA? You know, ex-boyfriend, the Nkechi Blessing. That boy, how did he become the SSA? Imagine. So it is not about what she's done months. It's about Boba Kenny publicity to Aditila Koko. Ọlọ́run wọ́n enjoy vacation lòun lọ kọ́ má ti di trouble. I can't believe that. Like, oh my God.
That country as a whole hell níbẹ̀ yẹn abẹ́ni tó pè ní shithole kò ṣí ọ̀rọ̀ sọ. We have irresponsible leaders.
Boomer Raji sọ ló sọ pé these are one of the reasons I chose not to raise my kids in Nigeria. She not like to have said that. Can you imagine? All let's say saying one vacation, make them allow me. Up till now, Gege has not said anything. You know them not to share it. Ó bá jẹ́ pé kákùnrin má ṣe gbá kóbìnrin má ṣe gbá rẹ̀ ẹ ti máa tó ti máa ná ẹnu ẹbí òbí yẹn á ti lọ síwájú.
Àwọn very dark man and the rest
nǹkan. One of the reasons. Ideraluwa, she said that's one of the reasons. She said she was almost kidnapped before. There was a time she was robbed. I listened to it. She said that's one of the reasons. So he decided to raise up the yeah. It's crazy.
No,
it's crazy.
we will blame the government because at the end of the day, yes, we have animals everywhere in the whole world. But by the time once you have strong institution, we all have this, what's the word now? Animalistic instinct or animal instinct in us. We all have it. Everybody's just keeping theirs in check. Because yes, you don't want to go out of character, you want to obey the law, you don't want to get in trouble. But if we know nothing will stop us, if we know there won't be any blowback, almost all of us, lalewu àwọn ìwà ẹranko yìí, almost everybody. If you check yourself sometimes, some things might be your linu gan tí àwọn pé tí ó bá dẹ̀ ṣe this or this, I would have done this. But because you have laws, that you know once you do it, you'll get in trouble. Most people abroad doing their honest job, you think they don't have opportunity láti yíwèé ni or kò sí opportunity láti ṣe nǹkan míì, but because they know sooner or later these guys will catch up to you, they steer clear of such. But in Nigeria, you know pé tó bá tiẹ̀ mú ẹ gan owó lèèyàn máa fi settle ẹ̀ náà. That's why you see people getting into some of these nefarious activities. You know that tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti mọ ọmọ governor kan rí àbò ti mọ ọmọ president rí, you get away with almost anything. If something like that can happen and it's in the public and they are saying you've not gotten any reprimand, you've not gotten any condemnation from any level of the government, both at the local government level, state level, and even the national level, it is a shame. I cannot regard such a country as a country. ṣé ń bá a sọ fún pé kò tí ì sí nínú news ni tí gọ́vnà bá kọ̀ tí ò sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí what's stopping the president ni pé what's going on there governor ó rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú ẹ̀ ni but because we have people who don't even know that their priority is to keep people safe as government. It's the security and the safety of people first before any other thing, before road project, before any other project. The safety of people, that is the core responsibility of any responsible and responsive government. If any government cannot guarantee that, then they are failed even before they start. So I see no reason why anybody should not blame the government. Kò sọ́mọ tí ò fẹ́ yáwọ́, kò sọ́mọ tí ò fẹ́ ṣe anything. Tó bá náwọn òbí tó mọ̀ pé dáàdì mi tó bá lè dójú ẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ máa lù mí pa ni. A correct ẹ̀ eventually ó lè yáwọ́ later níbò mí o ètò kò lè jẹ́ ní presence bàbá ẹ̀. At least we would have seen pókè bàbá ẹ̀ dẹ̀ try o bàbá ọmọ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ burú o ọmọ ẹ̀ kò fẹ́ yọ ọmọ ta ni o. At least we will have that. There is no tradition you want to defend. See, people need to know that for your, I'm sorry to say, your stupid traditions, the law supersedes them. Anything that is not in tandem, that is not in line with the law, the legislation, that thing is null and void. Anything at all. Orodile ni o, tradition àtayébáyé ni o, if it is not consistent, if it's not in line with what the law of the land is saying, not the tradition of the land, the law of the land, if it is not in tandem with it, if it does not agree with it, that thing becomes null and void to the extent tí o fi agree pẹ̀lú constitution àbí tí o fi agree pẹ̀lú law yẹn. No tradition will take away the right of freedom. It's a fundamental right guaranteed in the Constitution. Any tradition, any religion, or anything that tends to take people's freedom of speech, freedom of movement, that wants to take that away, that thing becomes, what is the word now? It becomes irrelevant at that point. Plus, all these stupid traditions, they should be things of the past. Yes, maybe those traditions were needed. They were useful back then. Depending on the situation to warrant here. But times are changing. Meaning, people should change. If you still bury your head, your sense in the tradition of those days, and applying that tradition to the scenario today, to the present, to the reality, tell me how that person is not stupid. Tell me. You want to call it tradition? Why are people not kiloting pe come and no wo carry one law? Kílé táwọn èèyàn máa so ewé mọ́ọ̀dì kiri lẹ̀ if you want to call it tradition. Kílé tó ti stop láti máa fáwọn èèyàn ní traditional mark àbí birth mark àbí kí ló ń pè kọ́kọ́là sójú kọ́kọ́là sí ẹ̀yìn kọ́kọ́là sí everywhere. Because gbogbo àwọn kìíní ò sí in vogue mọ́. What you call tradition now, it is what you call fashion then. Most of them are like fashion sense. Well, what is in vogue, what we do, nǹkan tó gbayì. That is what they are. But from time to time, these people kept on teaching these things down, making it look like it's the law, making it look like, oh, if you don't go by it, some evil will befall you. Then people start seeing them, they start referencing them. They stand in reference of these things like, oh, this is what we are taught to believe in. Most of these things are not going to look bekale. But if we have generations that are even too inept, people who are too people are too weak to even reason things out. To analyze something that, oh, is this thing still relevant in this age and time? If you have generation of people like that, tell me they are not doomed already. So it all still boils down to government. If people have decided that we need a government to regulate activities of people to ensure everybody is protected, then that government will be held responsible when things are not going on well. They're not going on right. Yes, we will have time where we have to chastise, where we have to condemn people, condemn their action. We have to hold them to accountability, hold them responsible. But when it's now becoming like a pandemic, it's becoming like the order of the day, we stop holding people responsible. That's the point we now ask the institutions what they have been doing. ẹ lè máa sọ pé tradition kíní wa ni kíní kan ni ká dẹ̀ fi inconvenience àwọn èèyàn. We are depriving people of their dignity, of their rights, and we call it tradition. What stupid tradition? What stupid religion? Religion ló máa ní káwọn kan má lè ṣèyàn kan when it's not working for themselves, working for their health. Religion kan ló máa pé kéèyàn kan má gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ sára when tó mọ̀ pé your life depends on it. Which God would want to have you live like a slave? Even the Bible says it that above all things, I wish you to prosper just as your soul is prospering. That anything, no, I want to see you flourish. And you now have a religion that wants to tie you down. A religion that will say you cannot put lipstick on, you cannot apply makeup, you cannot dress nicely. Come on.
Did you like Yahoo Pastor Adeboye said that when she gave her life to Jesus, instead of giving out her gold, all her gold and everything, she burnt them because God did not expect her to be using gold because they are worldly things.
They are worldly things. How about her clothes?
She said she burnt everything. Did you hear
Her
that?
clothes also?
She did
Are the
not tell
clothes
it
not
that.
worldly?
She did not tell it to.
Car and car.
But private jet to our she did not tell them to do charity or at least give to the less privileged. She went to burn it.
Come
How many
on.
times for one money? I don't
Bọ́ọ̀nì
know.
kí ni ẹ lọ jókòó kí lọ bọ́ọ̀nì bó lọ ti
Àwọn wá
bọ́ọ̀nì
lọ
fídíò
bọ́n,
tó ti bọ́ọ̀nì ẹ̀dá.
àwọn wá lọ sí gbogbo ẹ̀ ná torí Ọlọ́run ìgbàfẹ́ káwọn lórí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ẹ máa jẹ́ àmà parọ́ fúnra wa ẹ wo ẹ jẹ́jẹ́ ká kúrò torí gbà yẹn ni àwọn èèyàn wá sí ìlú comfortable mọ́ pé a fún àwọn pásítọ̀ kan sọ́wọ́.
You're right bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni you're right.
Ẹ jẹ́ àmà parọ́ fúnra wa ọjọ́ tójú wa bá máa ṣíṣá àkùsù ọjọ́ tójú oníkálukú bá máa ṣí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. One day, monkey go market, go come back. But I know that a lot of things are actually wrong. Okay, she said she threw them in the lagoon. Yeah. Fisherman talk for while in the lagoon.
They play.
Yeah, one year. Investigation.
Kàrá àwọn divers lọ síbẹ̀ kọ́ lọ wọ́dọ̀ ẹja.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sábà ìta investigate. I need evidence. We need evidence. I need evidence. A fẹ́ wá àwọn èèyàn tó máa lọ bẹ̀. Àwọn ará làjẹ ó yáyáyá iṣẹ́ dé ọmọ aláṣẹ jẹ òwò dé ọmọ aláṣẹ là.
A máa tanra wa pa ni.
Olúwa ṣàánú mi. If you see under the comment section, God bless
èmi
you.
nìkan
God bless you, ma.
èmi nìkan ni mo holy ní ilé ayé
God bless. Piano. Piano.
call papiano for what.
God bless you, sir.
kó wá lọ
God
kó
bless you,
sódò
ma.
ní kó lọ wá góòdì wá.
Ṣé bára àlàjẹ ni? Ṣé ẹ ti gbàgbé ni? Ibi kó wá lọ sínú omi ni, kó wá lọ kó sí làǹgù.
bóyá
ok wọ́n náà
bóyá
ọ̀dà
wèrè
gold
tiẹ̀ lè
wọ́n náà
kú
ọ̀dà gold sómi àbí.
bóyá
Ẹ
wèrè
gbọ́ ni
tiẹ̀ lè kú
ẹ.
síbẹ̀.
Wọ́n nígbà táwọn rí Jésù tọ́lọ́run tó mínísítà sáwọn táwọn fẹ́ fi láìfà wọn.
wọ́n kàn máa ń fún Mr. Fatai lọ́rọ̀ sọ wọ́n máa ń sọ.
Ìgbà táwọn di bọ́ọ̀lù ègè gbogbo gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn pátá.
àwọn tí wọ́n máa ń pè ní women conference nígbà àwọn lọ́dọ̀ dáadáa àwọn yẹn máa wá láti abroad àwọn ló fẹ́ wà lára àwọn ministers wọ́n máa minister o tẹ bá rí etí àwọn woman yẹn wọ́n máa kán tó ọrùn wọn máa jà ní yáyáyá.
orúkọ pastor Esther nìyẹn máa ní gbogbo ó jẹ́ ìyàwó olùṣọ́ kò mí mo máa ń láìkí woman yẹn òun ló kọ́kọ́ sọ fún mi pé o ò ní chair nínú yàrá mo á wò pé kí ló fẹ́ máa fi chair ṣe nínú yàrá ó ní why would you be a woman you will not have a chair in your room mo á wò pé chair
woman yẹn máa yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo wọn.
ó bá ní kíni ó ní is it that you stay on the bed for everything you go on the chair.
Chair ló máa ń dùn fún dọ́gì.
Drive it
ló máa ń dùn fún dọ́gì.
ó ní má tún lo chair lásán o má lo ètò lápá o ó láwọn tí ó kí wàá bá wèrè lélẹ́yìí o.
Ẹ ti rí ìyàwó pásítọ̀ nìyẹn o.
ìyẹn máa ń sọ tọrọ.
Ìyá oníyà.
wọ́n máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ń dín pé wọ́n ti ẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe ń ṣe pọ́nrán. ẹ wo ẹ má jà sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ẹgbẹ́.
Wọ́n dárí jim. Ìgbà tí mo ti dìsàǹfò tó bá fẹ́ níyàwó. Wọ́n lọ mú àwọn citizen ní Amẹ́ríkà citizen London. Wọ́n ní mú ẹ̀yin sista sista.
Wọ́n á tún lọ mọ àwọn pásítọ̀ tuntun olówó bíi ẹgbẹ́ wọn.
All of us go see wise.
Wọ́n wá lẹ́yìn ò gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́tà lọ mú yàwó kẹ́ máa mú lára yín.
ẹ fẹ́ lọ sọ́run rere ẹ ṣááyé dáadáa ná ẹ rọ̀ bí ẹ máa rọrùn rere wọ̀ ẹ tí mo bí tọ́run rere ọ̀hún wà kẹ́ẹ́dẹ́ ọ̀hún tọ́kọ́ lọ́n sọ pé gbogbo yẹn òun mọ̀ ń pa ọ́ ẹ má ṣe gbá má ṣàwo òun kọ́ lòun bá ń sọ gbogbo yẹn kí lẹ má ṣe.
bọ̀bọ̀ kan kọ́mẹ́dì ló máa ń sọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ máa wọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tó fọ́ nìyẹn ó ní pẹ̀lú gbogbo bóun ṣe ń fọ́ọ̀mù olíolì tóun wá lọ dọ́rùn kóun wá mọ̀ pé gbogbo kìíní yìí ò kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ó láyé pásítọ̀ òun máa bàjẹ́ mọ́un lọ́wọ́ ni nítorí kò jẹ́ kóun enjoy ayé.
àkọ́ máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn máa mú tí kinní kan kó dọ́rùn kó jẹ́ pọ́kọ́ ọkọ̀ sẹ́ẹ̀tì bí àṣìwájú ẹ̀ náà lọ́rùn àmútí láyè ẹ̀yìn lẹ́mọ̀ òun rí trọ́fì òun lóríṣiríṣi lọ́rùn òun rẹ̀ ẹ̀nẹ́ sí.
àwọn pásítọ̀ gan wọ́n ti fi búrẹ́dì kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ lọ́jìnà ọlọ́pọ̀ ṣàánú.
They just keep interpreting. Let's even agree that okay, the Bible is the Bible. Ọlọ́run ló sọ bọ́lọ́run ṣe fẹ́ nìyẹn. But people keep twisting everything in there just to benefit them, to keep some people in bondage and all that.
Yeah.
And people can still not see beyond their nose.
àwọn òyìnbó tó mú religion yẹn gan wá fún wa wọn ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. mo ní Nàìjíríà ní wọ́n bá ṣe anything ní church lè rí pásítọ̀ kó bá yín jókòó jẹun láyé wọ́n á páàkì oúnjẹ fún pásítọ̀ tó lọ́ọ́ máa páàkì ti pásítọ̀ tó lọ́ọ́ máa páàkì ti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́ọ́ máa gbé gbogbo ẹ̀kú lábẹ́bẹ́ẹ́.
Even if tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ wọ àwọn ọkọ mi gan.
níbí báyìí wọ́n ṣe feast everybody wọ́n tó tébù yìí lọ ogun rárá báyìí àti pásítọ̀ àti ìyàwó àjọ ń gbé kọ́ọ̀pù àjọ ń gbé ọgbà alájọ jókòó jọ jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. níbo Nàìjíríà láyé wọ́n máa gbé tẹ̀lé wọn ní ẹ̀kí fún mọ̀mí kìíní kan dàdí kìíní kan páàkì ti pásítọ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ lọ́wọ́ páàkì gbogbo rẹ̀ most of the things gan àwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn gan mi ò tún ní jẹ́.
àti babáṣọ tiẹ̀ ní mọ̀ bóyá ọjẹ́ because ẹ̀yin kan máa jẹ lọ ṣọ́bí tó ti ń ṣe meeting tó ti ń ṣe gbá lọ́wọ́.
mo láwọn míì kan sọ pé àwọn driver wọn ló ń gbé fún àwọn míì kan náà driver wọn.
wọ́n wá lọ mú kúlà double decker wọ́n fi kó ti pásítọ̀ wọ́n tiẹ̀ lè ní kó gbé half cooler lọ sínú yàrá pásítọ̀ náà. àbí kọ́ fẹ́ ṣe harvest kan ní kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gbódìdí tan màálù bíi méjì ẹgbẹ́ fún pásítọ̀ ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ wọn ní yàrá pásítọ̀ lọ.
nǹkan ti ṣe wọ́n Nàìjíríà o.
wọ́n ní ẹgbẹ́ lọ yàrá pásítọ̀.
ṣé Nàìjíríà nìkan ni àwọn tó anyway àwọn tó mú àwọn religion yìí wá fún wa wọ́n bàdí gan-an nǹkan tó fi program wa kò ń ṣe kéré o ẹ jọ ó dà pé ó ní ṣé Latin gan ni àbí Jewish kí ni Jewish name fún Jesus.
ṣé kò ṣe
Yeshua
àbí.
ẹ jọ kí ni Jewish name fún Joshua.
mi mọ̀.
Yeshua
it
náà.
is also Yeshua. So if the Bible is now saying he has given him a name above every other name, that in the name of what? Yeshua, in the name of Joshua. At a point in time, they mistranslated Joshua. Jesus was Joshua. They misinterpreted Joshua as Jesus. So if you have probably been praying in the name of Jesus, maybe that's not what the Bible is asking you to pray in the name. They are asking you to pray in the name of Joshua. Because that is the name. Yeshua ni. That was the original language of the Bible. Yeshua. But because they didn't want people to get confused with the Joshua in the Old Testament and the Joshua Jesus, they decided to change the name in the middle. So what if people have been praying in the wrong name? No wonder we've been having a whole lot of unanswered prayers.
And then one thing Timothy notice ni pé you see in the Bible, especially this modern day Bible, some of the things that they are giving us now are the words of the disciples, not the words of Jesus. In some Bible, Jesus was written in red.
Yeah.
So, ìyẹn tó bá dẹ̀ pé ìyẹn kan ló yẹ ká tẹ̀lé. Ìyẹn kan ló yẹ ká tẹ̀lé, not nǹkan tí àwọn.
Ẹ̀rù ti ń bá àwọn comment section.
Mami Dúsì wọ́n ti bá ìwé comment section o. Wọ́n lè jẹ́ máa gbá wọn. Send the carriers go where I don't know.
Bóyá kan sílẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ti ẹ̀ mọ Bible tèmi.
Ẹ jẹ́ lọ máa pray in the name of Joshua.
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé public woman yẹn popular gan lórí Twitter. Woman yẹn sick. Ó dẹ̀ gbé GoFundMe jáde and they donated money for her in millions. This same woman collected the money, then she came back to say she's thankful. Dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó ṣe GoFundMe fóun, but now treatment òun sì òun ní ẹ̀jẹ̀. But according to her belief, her church àwọn ò kì í gba ẹ̀jẹ̀. So òun máa dúró for the will of God to take place. See, my madam now like kí ló dé tó Aunty Esther kí ló dé tó ẹ wá gba owó? Woman yẹn ti kú o.
Wọ́n wá gbé ṣépè bóyá pè ló pa.
Ẹ jẹ́rìí àwọn ọmọ Twitter. Ẹ jẹ́rìí àwọn ọmọ Twitter. Ẹ jẹ́rìí àwọn ọmọ Twitter. Wọ́n ṣépè fún àti nínú sàárè ọ̀hún gbègbè ẹ̀ máa tẹ̀lé wọn. Like you guys literally had a GoFundMe for this sister. So wọn mọ̀ pé àwọn ò lè gba ẹ̀jẹ̀. It wasn't donated to her directly, but they had a GoFundMe. She knew about it now. Ṣé wọn mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ ni? Ṣé wọn mọ̀ káwọn èèyàn bá wọn dówó jọ ni?
Èpè lápá lọ́nà ọ̀run.
Okay, they later gave the money to people who needed help. So àǹtí yẹn ti kú o, wọ́n ní church àwọn ó gbà. Mo rò pé ẹ wá gbà mí.
Ibo ni Jésù ti sọ pé àbí ibo ni Bible ti sọ pé ìwọ má ṣe gba ẹ̀jẹ̀ lára ẹlòmíì àbí.
Ìdìbò ti ń gba ìwé wọ́n ní dìde.
Àní níbí báyìí àkínsọ offering àkínsọ ẹni tí wọ́n béèrè owó rí.
Oh, okay.
Indie boy, come up and let's debate this one. What distinction by saying Jesus Christ? The name is Jesus. The name should be Joshua, Yeshua. So how come? Who decided to switch the name? Is it because they don't want people's prayer to be answered? because that's the only name God would recognize according to the Bible. As you know, as our kiletiman pé intermediary, àbí intercessor. Anyway, ẹ já padà sí topic yìí o. Ká fi ọ̀rọ̀ religion sílẹ̀, ká máa fi gbá wa kú nìyẹn. People are not always ready for the hard conversations. They are never ready for it. I don't know. And people, you see people who are well-read, people who are well-educated, very intelligent, but when it comes to the issue of religion and tradition, you start to wonder where they left their intelligence and things like that. People that you actually respect, you know that these ones only intelligence and lower, but religion, they cannot even sit down and analyze it. They just want to take everything for the face value. Jesus said, oh no, why did Jesus say it? When Jesus ambassador, nobody wants to analyze again. Jesus said, then they are going. They take it and they run with it.
Ọ̀yọ́lẹ̀ wa o, Ọ̀yọ́lẹ̀ wa.
Ẹ já padà sí justice.
Eskelebe tí o lẹ́lẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́.
Tẹ́ bá sí ní justice yín,
Ṣé wà látàrí?
Àwọn láìfù kìíní ẹ̀ mo fẹ́ máa lọ sí láìfù religion tá ti máa jọ fà á jáǹbẹ̀ àwọn tó fẹ́ máa lọ nìyẹn sìn. Ẹ ti wà bọ́nú jù lórí
ẹ ṣáà má jẹ́ kó gbólúgbò
ẹjọ́ tayín lọ́fà ẹ ṣáà má gbalé wa.
Ó lè rí náà sọ ẹ
sọ́fà tó fẹ́ ta anybody nǹkan tá a fi ń parọ́ fúnra wa nìyẹn ilé tí wọ́n ti ta kí lorúkọ president Tinubu lọ́fà gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ òsì tó máa ń pa bàbá kan ní kinní kan ilé tí yàn kan tí nìkan bá wọn ta Tinubu lọ́fà àbí kó ta Trump lọ́fà.
Ó jẹ́ kí Trump yẹn tẹ̀.
Yomi Martin ní pẹ́sẹ́ ó mà kú 5 more days báyìí fẹ́ni tó pa Mohbad láti kú ó kú 5 days.
Ẹni tí ó gbádùn
5 days ó kú 5 days ẹni yẹn máa wá kà
Ọmọlá ẹ má máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹni yẹn máa wá kà in 5 days.
Wọ́n kúkọ̀ pé mi ò ní bá wọn dá sílẹ̀ tọ́pìkì tí wọ́n ti máa ń jà.
Àdúrà wo la fi ń jagun?
Tí wọ́n ti máa ń jà
5 days ló lókùn tẹ́ni yẹn ṣó lẹ́ni yẹn máa kú ni.
Ẹ ti gbà ó lẹ́ni yẹn máa ṣe bó dé 7 days ni ṣe bí
ó kú 5 days báyìí.
Ó lọ fún mi yẹn 7 days. Within 7 days ìsìdá kan yaṣọ mọ́ra wa lọ́rùn àbí kan gbébọn báyìí kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìran wọn níbi.
Ìwà jẹ́ ni ẹja máa wọ. Ìyá Fáṣejù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ jẹ́ igbe tí èlé ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Títí ẹ̀ yìí lé o kó tẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́.
Adán àbí kí làwọn yẹn lọ gbé wá ń gbà yẹn. Ṣàgbétán. Ìsàpà ìtàn báwo níṣẹ́ wa ókè.
Ẹ ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́ọ̀fù yìí báyìí Ọlọ́run ṣàánú.
Kí má kí Mr. Paita
Ṣé kó má ṣe lọ́ọ̀fù ni?
Ohun yẹn ti lọlẹ̀ bá
Mr. Paita mo tiẹ̀ pè mí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí bá pè Mr. Paita on the normal business.
Ọ̀tọ̀ lóhun tẹ́ fi bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ohun yẹn ti ṣe kíní.
Tí bá pè babe a ti ń lọ sí kíní.
Ọmọ tí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ what is the problem?
Nothing is the problem. Nothing is the problem. Nothing. Adẹjọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé conversation kọjá lórí
ẹ̀sùn kó lọ sùn yẹn tó bá jẹ́ jí
kẹ́ẹ̀tì wọ́n ní kí n má lọ sùn lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
All like our love conversation.
Mi sọ pé love náà fẹ́ ṣe ti.
I don't understand ṣé mo ní kẹ́ má ní babe ni I don't get it.
Ṣé ti mi sọ fún mi.
You don't know what's going on.
Ẹ̀rì love náà ní ìsìn àwọn náà gbogbo ohun àfẹ́kọ́ náà gbogbo àsọ́ọ̀tì wà ń sìn. ẹ
Okay.
ṣáà jẹ́ káwa máa lọ
Sí
lé
wàhálà ẹja
ẹ
dákẹ́
ṣe
lórí ẹ̀ ń gbà náà.
èyí tẹ́ ṣe
Ẹ
léèní
máa
náà
ṣe
tó
justice yẹn lọ ń gbà náà.
àṣe mọ́
Mi ò mọ kẹ má lè rí ilé aládùn kẹ má lè rí two becoming one happy.
ilé àwọn àdùn ọkọ ní ẹjọ́.
Ọkọ̀ àwọn àṣebó ṣe kò sí wàhálà.
inú ṣà ń bí gbogbo yín
Bọ́lá
ṣá.
jókòó.
wípé máléèjì
Ṣó ṣà ti pé 7 days.
inú ṣà ń bí
Kẹ tó ṣó ti pé 7 days kí n tó mú yín sọ́wọ́. Ó ti yé yín àgbà. Because ẹ lè má lè ṣe mọ́ ọ̀ntì
Ìjọba
another
Olúwa.
7 days o.
ìjọ
Bá kọ̀ yín
ọ̀rọ̀
out.
wọn sún mi ni wọ́n dẹ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ kọjá lórí èmi àti wọn lájọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ èmi àti wọn lájọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìsìn à ń sọ̀rọ̀
Ta
5
ni?
days èmi àti yín ẹ̀yin creator ẹ̀yin
Mi ò bá yín
creator.
sọ̀rọ̀ látàárọ̀ mo sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ ẹ ṣe tí yín kí n ṣe tèmi. So why do you want to talk to me?
ọmọ tí ẹ jẹ́wọ́ fún mi.
Ẹ tún nǹkan tẹ sọ yẹn sọ mo fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan ọmọ tí ẹ tún nǹkan tẹ sọ ń sìn sí sọ.
kí ni mo sọ dán
Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ sọ ń sìn sí pé èmi àti yín ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni kankan tún sọ.
kí ni mo sọ mo lẹ́mi àti yín jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ àjọ wà bíbà yìí àjọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ gbé ọ̀rọ̀ kọjá lójú mi ẹ dẹ̀ sọ Mr. Fighter ààbò ti ọdẹ báwo ni dé èyí látàárọ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀
Ta ló sọ̀rọ̀
kí ló
yẹn?
ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ni
Sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
èmi ni ọmọ tí
Ẹ má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ níta báyẹn mọ́ láyéláyé. Ẹ má
kí
bá
a
mi
ní.
sọ̀rọ̀ public
Ah,
báyẹn mọ́.
ẹ wá wà mí sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n láyé láyé yín. Ọlọ́ sọ kínní yẹn náà èmi ni ọmọ tí èmi ọmọ tí mi. Èmi ni ọmọ tí èmi ni mo sọ. Ẹ má máa bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn níta o. Ẹ má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ níta bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Irú òun wo lẹ lò fún mi yẹn? Ẹ má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn níta o. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Àmì oṣù ọmọ kékeré náà kí ló tẹ́ máa bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn níta?
All off mic.
I love it.
Off mic. Off mic.
Okay, half of it.
Off
of it.
mic.
Half of
Off
it.
mic.
Half of it. Half of
Off
it.
mic.
Mr.
Mr.
Yomi,
Paita
5
ẹ̀jẹ̀
days to
Dámírò
go.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ mute síbẹ̀. Ṣọmọ tí ló
5
ń
days to
tẹ́sí
go.
yín ni.
Níbo àìní kọ́ o, mi ò
Ẹni
tó
tí
bẹ́ẹ̀
bóyá
o.
lọ jẹun bóyá jẹ
Mi
ti
ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mi ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
wọ́n ti
Mi
kúrò
ò
ní
tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ẹni lẹ́yìn tó
ẹ
ti mú
jọ
skúdì lálẹ́.
ọmọ tí ṣe rí
Má
nǹkan lórí mi ò rí anything everything kan black lọ ni.
mo rí nǹkan náà.
Mina's
ẹ
kitchen.
bóyá network mi ni.
Irọ́ ti
Ẹ
tèmi ni. Mina's kitchen even.
kí lẹ fẹ́ kí n múlẹ̀ tó ń
Can you please stay out of my way? I'm
Mina
begging you,
Kitchen.
please.
Ẹ má má dá sáńgù bí tẹ fẹ́ lọ yẹn.
I'm actually begging you, you know.
Áńgù yẹn màmá lọ áńgù yẹn. No go area mà níbi tẹ́ ń lọ yẹn. Màmá àwòrán tí
Wọ́n ti jẹ́ kán mute wọn sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ sí ẹ jẹ́ kémi náà mute ó dàárọ̀.
níbo lẹ ń lọ báyìí.
Ha nígbà tí Ìsàbàtà ò sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ àbí kí ló jẹ́
ọ̀gá mi bẹ́ẹ̀ àdá o.
a ti parí iṣẹ́ nìyẹn kò ní kálukú máa lọ ilé ẹ̀. Everybody should go to their house. Go to your house. Alpha ọmọ tí ìyóyá kílẹ̀ rí sọ̀rọ̀ Ṣẹ́gun Johnson ṣẹ́gbẹ́ ṣépè ní abẹ́
mo mà ti rí contrary kinní tán nírọ̀ ní gẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn pa.
irọ́ ni.
ó wà lórí kinní kúdí mo rí
Blogger
láìpẹ́
yín lè
ìlú
fẹ́
wa.
trend. Blogger tó
Yes, I thought about Ṣẹ́gun Johnson and I had that. In my opinion, again,
kúdí
she's so off
orí
and on,
kinní
off
kúdí
and on the relationship and when something is missing
òun
there.
náà
Ó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ sọ
ó
13
ní
years yẹn ni.
wọn ló sọ fún pé ó ní someone told you repeatedly that
Omoti,
he
do
can't
you think
marry
that
you.
Jidex and Meme is it real or content?
Ṣé mo kì í cloud chaser ní mẹ́mẹ́ ni? Ẹ̀yin ò mọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ́ mẹ́mẹ́ ni.
I don't know her. I don't know.
Mariam
Yeah,
Balógun. Mariam Balógun.
I
Cloud
don't
chaser
know.
ayé. Ó fẹ́ popular ní ẹgbàá bí mo
Who
sọ
saw
fún yín.
her? I don't know her.
Ó ti fẹ́ popular tipẹ́tipẹ́. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló máa ń fẹ́ lò láti popular. Ló ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó ń wè tó máa jẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ni. Ẹ má fọ̀
Ló
rárá.
wá mú ọyàn ló wá pàtẹ́tẹ̀ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí
Ẹ má fọ̀ àní ẹ má fọ̀ rárá sẹ́. Ẹ má fọ̀ àwa ti mọ mẹ́mẹ́ ní fún mo ti mọ mẹ́mẹ́ ti pẹ́. Béyìí ò jẹ ìyá jẹ ni mẹ́mẹ́. Owó ètò máa jẹ ni. Ó ti yé yín. Owó ètò máa jẹ ni. Yeah, ọmọ Bọ́lá, you get it.
ọmọ Bọ́lá
She's
kí
a
lè
big,
lè tó tún lò ń dìpì wọ́n mọ̀ rí
she's a big cloud chaser. She's a big cloud chaser. A big one. Ó fẹ́ popular ni. Oríṣi nǹkan ló máa ń ṣe. Ó ti fẹ́ fi Ìyábọ̀ Òjó popular náà gbà ó ti fẹ́ pé Ìyábọ̀ Òjó popular gbà kan náà tó ní bọ̀bọ́ yẹn máa fi Prissy lẹ̀ kíní kan bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ò lówó òun mọ̀ rí kíní kan ṣe kíní kan ọkọ̀ fi sílẹ̀ àkọọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n gbà yẹn ni so na so she dey do ẹ má fọ̀
Yes, Ke. What's going on there?
wọ́n dé padà
Jẹ́ kí n mute.
What are going?
Zobo ni mò ń ṣe látàárọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ṣe ń wò mí ṣe sí bí mo ṣe ń ṣe gbúgbúgbú
Ajá àbúgbò ajẹ́.
àmì ìgbò ìdúró ta máa ń mú lérè máa ń ṣe jọ sílé ni.
Àdáde àwọn adùn lẹ́nu wọn náà ni.
Àmì o tó bá jẹ́ yẹn àmì o àtẹ̀mí ẹ̀yin náà ti ń wà social media yìí díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má porúkọ mi mọ́, ẹ má porúkọ mi mọ́ mi.
bọ̀ yìí wọ́n tún ti dé ẹ tó ti sáré ní kí n má porúkọ yín mọ́ ṣe ti ń gbọ́ ṣe gbọ́ ṣe ti
Mo yẹ ìgbà tí mo fi porúkọ wọn tán dáhùn ní ìsìn bí mo kí n bọ̀dọ̀ má pè wọ́n.
ìyá màá ṣe ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n ti pè yín Mr. Paita how are you how was your day.
Àpèjẹ́ lè máa jẹ́ nígbà lẹ pè mí ọgọ́ náà. APC wà létí mi dóò mo sì nídìí fún but mo gbọ́ yín.
Ó ti dá.
So kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ Statemi? Talk to me.
Nígbà tí ẹ ti jẹ́ kọ́mọ tí ì bú mi sí omi sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́.
Báwo ṣe bú nígbà màmá ṣe tán lálẹ́ yìí.
Mo kàn ní kí yín pé òkè báwo ni ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ báwo ni wọ́n jẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mú mi sọ́wọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ èmi gba orí àwọn wọn pé Mr. Paita mo jẹ́ pẹ̀yìn náà yín náà dáhùn so ìsọ̀ kankan mọ́.
Ẹ yóò tí yẹ kó fàjà ẹ má jà ìjà dọ́là.
Orúkọ burúkú ló sọ ni. Orúkọ burúkú ló sọ ni.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn kú wá comment section náà nìyẹn so mo jẹ́ ní kí n fún wọn.
Ẹ rárá comment section wọn ti mú yín sọ́wọ́ o.
Ẹ má jà fún ọmọ tí ní ẹ má jẹ́ kí ìfẹ́ ọmọ tí ìṣẹ́ lára wa.
Ẹ má wọ mi ò tiẹ̀ èmi máa ń so igi ni mi ò tún igi.
Ǹjẹ́ èwo lẹ́ ń tú èwo lẹ́ ń sọ.
Eléyìí náà ni this one.
Tí gbogbo yín mú okun ẹ̀tẹ́ kan fi sọ́tún fi sósì tẹ́ẹ̀tì kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ fi sí.
Okay. It's okay. Ẹ má bínú it's okay.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ injustice látàárọ̀ Maxi kí mi ò wá active lénìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ Mr. Paita ṣe wà active.
Mo kàn rí pé ṣòwò ọmọ mi àná yẹn ó dùn wọ́n gan ó dùn wọ́n gan ó dùn wọ́n.
Àwọn
ọ̀dẹ̀ back to the other farm tomorrow.
Ó dùn wọ́n.
Back come and see the other place yẹn lọ́la we are going back there tomorrow.
Ó dùn wọ́n gan ṣó yẹn dùn wọ́n wọ́n lè handle lẹ̀. Wọ́n lè handle ṣó yẹn káwọn lára káwọn níṣẹ́.
Bí bọ̀dà rẹ̀ àti jáde lẹ́nu.
Tọ́nà jáde tọ́nà ń bú Wunmi àbí nǹkan.
Ó bù náà lọ. Wọ́n ń bú àwọn tó lọ tó wá apologize àwọn natural àbí kí ló ń fẹ́ hàn.
Ẹ mọ̀ kí bọ̀dà rẹ̀ àti lẹ́nu nǹkan táwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ àwọn obìnrin yẹn bá ti sọ fún wọn.
No. Èní ni birthday ẹ̀ kán lè fún ló gift ni. Ẹ ń get ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn people yìí. Ẹ mọ scope gbogbo ẹ mọ pé tó bá ti dùn lórí ọ máa gba gift dáadáa.
Ṣé 22 kọ́ ni láti
22 ni bọ̀dà Latina.
Ní àbọ̀là ni birthday so I know what is doing.
Ní ìlú máa fẹ́ jẹ́ ọ wà nílé ẹ̀ tó ń jó àwọn làgàtà gbogbo ọjà pé bóyá wà nílé ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe.
I said it today somebody said it today told me already so ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó bá ti ṣe gbogbo báyẹn tó bá ti bọ́ta ọmọ máa ju gift fún wọn pé wọ́n ti bú Wunmi ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí pattern ti Papiano náà máa ń lò ní.
Papiano máa ń bẹ̀ ṣáàlì tí yẹn bá ti fẹ́ play game.
Ẹjọ́ whatever day tó bá jẹ́ ẹja kó lórí ẹ̀ àwa kan ti wọ another day àwa kò tí wọ another day bóyá yẹn ló fa contradiction so. Nah, leave it that way.
Ṣé Papiano náà ó ti analyse fídíò yẹn?
mi ò wá active látara ni mo sùn.
èmi náà
wọ́n ní kan fún wọ́n ní kí n lo oògùn kí n sùn wọ́n gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ mi gidi ni.
ẹ deserve ẹ ní ìdẹ gidi gan tí ẹ ní.
Lady B, sorry about that. Happy birthday. Many happy returns in good health.
Ọlọ́run ló kọ́ Lady B.
Jordan Lati. Happy birthday, Lady T. Many happy returns.
Olúwa dúpẹ́. Ó dùn wọ́n ṣó yẹn dùn wọ́n because wọ́n rí
nǹkan kan. Bọ̀dẹ̀ ni wọ́n yẹ kó forí pípé gbé nígbà.
I'm telling you because kò wá fún yín kò bú yín kò
ṣe mú bàbá yẹn a máa sọ pé ẹ má fún relevance ẹ má fún rẹ ajẹ má corporate. Bọ́ àwọn ọdún ìgbà tẹ́ pé pọ̀pọ̀ yà lọ́ pọ̀. So téèyàn kan bá sọ pé fún relevance èèyàn kejì á ní lórí
wọ́n fún relevance kẹ̀.
Kí ló lọ́mọ yẹn fún wọn?
Over relevance gan sef. You don't want to believe all the things that were said. Ó dùn wọ́n gan.
Mi kì í mu gàrí lálẹ́ bí n pa mi.
Ó dùn wọ́n.
Ọmọ yẹn fún wọn ní clue ní ó ní òkè. Ó ti tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ fake lè ta títí yín tẹ gbé wá ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ṣe ń bẹ̀. Àwọn wèrè.
Ilé táwọn èèyàn wá
bá ṣe ti wọn. Ó ní tán bá ṣe ti wọn. Wọn gangan níbi tán mú. Tó bá negative wọn kúrò social media fún yín. Mọ nǹkan tó mìíràn. Ó dá lójú dé anyway.
Ó fún wọn ní clue ni.
Ẹ lè ṣì ń complain.
Sábà tá ń sọ nǹkan kan mọ̀ sí.
Oh, okay.
I don't know bóyá nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ náà ni àṣà rẹ̀.
Mo ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tí mo rí pé ó jọ wọ́wọ́wọ́ lọ́sàn-án yìí. Ẹ ti sọ̀kò sórí òrùlé máa gbóhùn onílé náà. Nígbà tí gbogbo yín ń fi láyàn tákàn bíi lánàá tọ́mọ mi ń bọ́ ẹ wá ìfẹ́ẹ̀tì pé kọ́ máa foríṣiríṣi àdúrà tèpè ránṣẹ́.
ọmọ mi dẹ̀ sọ pé nǹkan tóun fẹ́ nìyẹn ó ní reaction wọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ fẹ́ ó sọ dáadáa ó tuntun sọ ó dẹ̀ sọ pé tó bá ti rí react ká fi wọ́n lẹ̀ o.
Kí ló wá ṣàwọn èèyàn wa nítorí mo rí pé lọ́sàn-án yìí ṣe ló di wọ́wọ́wọ́ tádùúrà pàdúrà ránṣẹ́
àwọn ò pay attention
pépè ránṣẹ́.
Wọn ò pay attention sọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń mi sọ ni ó ní feedback yẹn wọn yẹn lòun fẹ́ gbọ́ ó ní torí pé
ẹ máa ná ọmọ ẹ máa ní kó máa sunkún ni.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé
ó ní tó bá ṣe feedback kó máa sọ ó ní gbogbo
ọ̀rẹ́ tó máa ń fọ́ nìyẹn ẹ máa nà yàn ẹ ní kó máa sunkún náà ẹ lè ní kó máa sunkún náà.
Ó ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tóun sọ yìí tó bá react ó máa dùn ún gan o ó ní kán react dáadáa ó ní reaction wọn yẹn ló ń gbóhùn ká.
Sista Temi àti Wunmi náà lọ máa forí kó o
bóyá wàá jẹ́ nìyẹn.
post picture yín. Nígbà tẹ́gbọ̀n ń gbé tábúrò ń gbà ẹ mọ̀.
Àwa ìkà.
Ṣé mi ni kọ́ wá lọ post ni nígbà tí ò yá wèrè ṣé mo wà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà tán tension wọn ni. Wọ́n tẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́rùn mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ wọ́n lójú mọ́lẹ̀ ẹni kan máa sunkún.
Wọ́n máa ké o wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sunkún ẹkún yẹn á fẹ́ tó ṣù kan.
Hey sugar.
Sọ fi rí pé àwọn èèyàn inú wọn ń dùn ayé wọn ń da ẹni kíkan fi máa ronú pé báà láyé tóun ṣe bàjẹ́ kí lòun ṣe fọ́lọ́hún tó bá òun láyé jẹ́ gbogbo ẹni kan fi máa ro ó náà ń ṣépè lọ́sàn-án ó ń ṣerun fọ́mọ ẹ̀ gbogbo èpè tó ń ṣe àtàrí ọmọ ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe sí tọ́mọ ẹ̀ bá dàgbà tó wà unfortunate kalẹ̀ wọ́n á máa sọ pé àwọn yálé aláwo kan àwọn yálé oníṣègùn.
bó dẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn o kí ni ẹ ti wá mọ lára kò gbọ́n ìṣà tó bá ń dirun fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló máa ń ṣépè anytime tó bá ń dirun fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló máa ń ṣépè.
wọ́n fẹ́ pè ran ògo wọn lọ́wọ́ náà ni olóṣù.
ọmọ mi dẹ̀ sọ pé gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ń ṣépè inú ilé yín lẹ ti ń ṣépè pé kò jáde inú ilé yín ó sọ lánàá.
Eléyìí tí ẹ tún ṣe sátàrí ọmọ ẹ̀ directly ni ó ní àánú ẹ̀ tó ń là tó ń bu èpè ju ọmọ ẹ̀ aláìníròònù kó wá gba 500,000 nìkan ló mọ̀.
bóyá ti rò pé gbogbo òṣì yẹn ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn mọ́ Wùmí gan ti sọ ní kí ló tún kù tẹ́ fẹ́ post kí ló tún kù tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. aláìmọ̀sùn burúkú ni.
ok ẹ jẹ́ kí nǹkan tí a lọ kọ́pì kémi náà wá lọ sùn jàre.
tí wàá lọ ṣe kí ni.
kémi náà wá lọ sùn ẹ̀yin ò ṣáà lè sùn kan ní káwa má sùn.
Give me tissue in the washroom there.
Lady T Love. Lady T Love.
Fat. Mr. Paitama lọ sùn. Maxi Fresh alpha kí la nílẹ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ni wọ́n sọ? Kí ni Mr. Paita sọ? Lady T ń rẹ́rìn. Kí lẹ sọ? Tán fi ń rẹ́rìn. Ṣé bú mi ni?
Wọ́n rí i pé mo débi profile àwọn ni.
Kí lẹ lọ ṣe profile wọn? Ṣẹ́yìn nǹkan tí màá yìí máa ń ṣe. Kí ló ń sọ tẹ́ fi lọ profile yẹn lẹ́nu?
Èrò orúkọ wọn yẹn sound familiar ni.
Okay. Okay o. Ẹ gbọ́, wọ́n ní láti fẹ́ sunkún gbà tó ń play recording. Ṣé mo pé secret expose yẹn lọ post yẹn ní Joseph Aloba Detola Duke Rich Grace see what the people cost.
Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ níṣẹ́ kọ́ rẹ́ wọ́n yìí máa tún jáde wọ́n yìí máa padà tó wá.
ẹ má kọ wọn.
náà mi kọ́ wọn wọ́n yìí máa padà tó wá sọ ni ẹ̀mọ̀ kó tó bá ti ṣe tó bá ti pawó tán lórí ẹ̀ wá padà wá sọ òótọ́ pé òótọ́ lọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ sọ o wọ́n yìí tún máa wá sọ àwọn wèrè.
Ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé ẹ má yà wọn lọ́pọlọ.
Ẹ jọ apá abo ni block button yẹn wà náà.
Kí lẹ sọ? But don't mess up that app, please.
Apá abo ni block button wà.
Tàlẹ́ fẹ́ block ọ̀gá mi.
Ẹ fún mi lágbára láti block èèyàn. Mo fẹ́ block Jesus is Lord.
Ṣé mi ò fún yín ni?
Ẹ fún mi lágbára láti block.
Ṣé wọ́n kí náà ti ṣe ọ́ ti ṣẹ̀ tí Jesus lọ́rọ̀ lẹ́ ti ṣẹ̀ o.
Mr. Paita lágbára àti block má dà án lọ wọn kàn fẹ́ block mi ò fún yín ní blocking gan ṣe tó tọ́ ni.
Àti block gbogbo platform tó ti bá ní blocking kí ló kọ́ ra wa. Gbogbo èmi làwọn Midas touch yẹn. Tí wọ́n pè bá ń gbégbá bí wọ́n lè bá mi gbégbá bẹ̀. Ìbá ti sọ̀rọ̀ kan tẹ́nibọ̀dì bá ti ní different opinion ó gba àwọn tọ́mtọ́m àti block wọn àti tọ́mtọ́m kí ló kàn mí àti block wọn dànù.
Yes, Bizlock.
Ṣé ta lẹ́nu gan ni tẹ́ ń pera yín tọ́mtọ́m ṣé ta lẹ́nu ni.
Moderator can block but most times some hosts don't give them the power.
Wọ́n fún alágbọ́mọ̀ kan tí mo lè ṣe ni irú àwọn sísítà tí ò ta lẹ́nu tó ń pera yín tọ́mtọ́m yẹn àti block wọn.
Since ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀gbà tó dìjà jẹ́ pé ànímọ̀yàn tó blọ́ọ̀kì lágbájá àmẹ́dò yìí nìkan so èmi nìkan mo máa ń blọ́ọ̀kì ṣe anybody wá ti block iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi ni. Come on, you have me to face, come and meet me. If you're blocking, na me do am with my full chest.
You blockest.
ẹ ti gbọ́ dásọ̀ tí ní Yomi ní kẹ́ lọ block kẹ́ má block àwọn.
Yomi tó ti block mi lórí platform ẹ̀ ta ni èèyàn kan máa ń ṣe fídíò ẹ̀ sí mi mo kàn ń rí wò ni tí bá ti ṣe ẹ̀ bá ti rákọ̀gbé blank something wa ọ̀nà mo àlè ó ti là mí blocking.
Tani ènìyàn erùpẹ̀ lásán. Sábàtà rẹ̀ gbádùn ìgbà tèmi àti Wunmi ń kọrin Father-in-law lánàá. Amúrin Father-in-law gan-an.
Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìṣègùn àti mo ń sùn mo jí ni mò ń gbọ́ ohun ẹ̀ méjèèjì tatata ń pẹ́ ìwé ní platform já mi sí. Ọ̀rọ̀ bóyá já mi sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ní pé nítorí mọ̀ pé ó wà ní láìfù tẹ́lẹ̀ kí tó sùn. Àgbègbè àti máa dẹ̀ unlock fún olùmọ̀ ní pé ọmọ yìí ti débì yìí. So ẹ ti jọ ṣe duet tàbí ṣé pẹ̀lú ohun ẹ̀yẹn náà.
Ohun àbúrò mi jágere lánàá. Ohun ẹ̀ sound bàbà pa lánàá.
ohun yẹn mà ti là dáadáa.
Tí Gòrẹ́sì bá gbà mú Gòrẹ́sì ló ń pè lẹ́nu lórí wọn.
Ṣẹ́gun Johnson làwọn èèyàn ń jẹ́ kiri o. Sábàtà kí ló tẹ̀fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn rárá mo fẹ́ tiẹ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ̀fẹ́ sọ ń pa ẹ̀.
Mo ò listen sí ọ̀rọ̀ lady
ọmọ tí wà ń bí báyìí náà ọmọ tí ó yá tell us now.
Ó ń rojọ́ yẹn lọ ni mo kàn ó pẹ́jọ́ wèrè olélé ọ̀rá mo nǹkan tí máa ṣì fihàn orí lọ mú fóònù ẹ̀ ń ṣí fóònù ẹ̀ kí ló ń bá wa pọ̀ ọgọ́rọ́ padà British jet lọ I want to forget ni I wanted to respond to that comment pé ẹ̀ta bá ti lè máa rí private part ara wa a gbọ́dọ̀ lè máa rí fóònù ara wa irọ́ o wọn ìkan ò bá kan lọ́wọ́ equate o wọ́n yàtọ̀ síra wọn. My phone is my phone. If you need something there, let me know. I give it to you. If I need something from your phone, I'll let you know. Kí là ń bá eré wo làjọ ń bára wa ṣe tá a jọ ń ṣí fóònù ara wa. Ìyẹn ò sí lára philosophy ti tèmi for good reasons. So lọ ń ṣí fóònù ọkọ òun òun rí pẹ́ tó ra machine fún obìnrin kan tó ti jọ ń fẹ́ra wọn nìkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Story yẹn mo gbọ́ délẹ̀ náà ó possible kò make sense later but níbi tí mo gbọ́ dé yẹn kò make sense létí nǹkan pé wo ẹ̀yin lẹ́jọ́ mọ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ lóun ò ṣe mọ́ move on pẹ̀lú life tọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ náà náà ṣó invest sínú life ẹ̀ ni tọ́ba pé bóyá kó dá owó ẹ̀ padà fún ẹ something. People need láti normalize the people falling in love and people falling out of love. It is normal, it happens. You see people falling in love and it's like, oh, love is a beautiful thing. It's possible they still fall out of love because at the end of the day, it is not that love you have in the first few months of a relationship that sustains that relationship. After that first layer of love, most of the time, it is commitment. It is the sense of responsibility. It is the decency in each and every one of us that sustains our relationship, not that love itself. So when that love now comes together with the commitment, that's when you start talking about devotion. And what devotees is because they love them and they are committed to them. That's when it's now turning to devotion. Otherwise, most of the time it's commitment. Love ò lè ṣeṣẹ́ yẹn nínú relationship whether marriage or anything ó máa níbi kan tí love máa gbé relationship yẹn dé love máa pack up tí ò bá rí commitment láti support yẹ because sometimes it's that conscious effort that I want this to work I want to be responsible here I want to be accountable here I want to do it I want to see that I can do it I can stay in this relationship and make it a happy place for me. It is that will, that commitment, ló máa ń jẹ́ kí most relationship dúró. Not because I love him, he loves me, irọ́ ni o. gbogbo yẹn máa fade tó bá dé stage bí screen saver làwọn yẹn once the relationship encounters any form of turbulence at all screen saver yẹn máa move kúrò lórí ẹ̀ you are now left with your real screen. Fóònù wà more private o dẹ̀ra olúwa ju private party lọ fóònù wà more private o.
Is there anything wrong with the page? Ṣé ẹ rí nǹkan ni?
Kọ́mẹ̀ntì Esther fẹ́ lọ bí ilẹ̀ bí ẹni ni.
Kí ló ń kọ tó ń fẹ́?
No, there's a space between her comment and Beach Lost
Oh
comment.
yeah, I saw that too.
Ọjọ́ bí ìgbà tí flag
Jesus is the kí ló tẹ káwọ́ lórí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń káwọ́ lórí. Ànírògùn káwọ́ lórí o.
Ẹ wá ra counting machine fẹ́mi náà. Tí ẹ̀rọ ni ra counting machine fún mi.
Counting machine kí ló ń count?
Owó tí mo fẹ́ make náà ni. Ìgbàgbọ́ ni.
Kíyàwó tí yín náà lè lọ wò nú fóònù àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ló pe faith náà the substance of kìnnì kan hope for evidence of things not seen kìnnì kan. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o. So by faith gẹ̀mí náà fẹ́ máa ka billions in dollars mo dẹ̀ need the counting machine. So nígbà tí wọ́n máa ra gift fún tó mọ̀ pé ṣe é nídìí counting machine ìwọ ra counting machine fún ó lè jẹ́ boxers ló rà fún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ́mọ àlè ara ẹ̀ ó wà lẹ́ni tó ra counting machine fún.
Ló ní ẹ ra machine tó fi ń count owó fún àbí?
Olóhùn dẹ́mọ̀ kó bìnrin ló ra fún.
Ó lè jẹ́ boxer àti singlet lòun rà fún bẹ́ẹ̀ àti brush ó wá ń ṣe lára ẹni tó ra counting machine fún ṣebí wàá dẹ̀ lọ change gift tọ̀dọ̀ ẹ ìwàá dẹ̀ tún ra bigger counting machine fún àbí kó ra safe fún nulẹ̀ tó bá ti kó owó tán kókó sínú safe ẹ.
Bóyá máa jẹ́ nìyẹn.
Obìnrin ṣá ra counting machine ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ó sọ́ra ẹ̀dí FBI nítorí ẹ̀ ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tú fóònù ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní investigate ó wá rí nǹkan tí ò yẹ kójú ẹ rí ó wá kágbá kó lórí fóònù ẹ ó wá kígbe síta.
Ó wá jó ẹ.
Ọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ ló fi nàgà mú ṣòro wàhálà jókòó jẹ́jẹ́.
Òun ló lọ tójú bọlé ẹran núrù.
Kí tí ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ àwọn nǹkan mi ó ní you are doing well in UK ẹ̀yẹn ni kò fi gbogbo life ẹ sílẹ̀ kó máa bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà without any plan without any kí ni máa wá ṣe kí ni máa ṣe báàlà máa ṣe no plan ó ní ó fi business ó fi iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ ó fi ọ̀rẹ́ sílẹ̀ ó abandon everything yọ kọ́ mi láti wá dúró ti boyfriend tí o ti máa rí ẹ. What rubbish kí ló ń ṣe àwọn ladies wa náà.
Tí o ti lọ wọ àwọn èèyàn ẹ.
Bọ̀ Mr. Bẹ̀tà àwọn ọkùnrin máa ń sọ kinní yẹn náà obìnrin ló kọ̀ ní láti wà.
Not at that stage tí òyìnbó ti fẹ́ra yín tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ra yín tẹ́jọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ àṣẹ family kinní à ìwọ ló máa fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tá a máa wá síbí yìí o.
àwọn mi ò kí ń fẹ́ra wọn tó máa ń sọ wọn tí kì í fẹ́ra wọn tó máa ń sọ.
Then stupidity nìyẹn.
Kò tí ì fẹ́ wá ní kò fi ṣẹlẹ̀ kó máa bọ̀.
You have to drop a plan. When I got married then, my wife was based in another state. Every Friday, lè máa fi Èkó sílẹ̀ tí màmá lọ. Mo nílé ní Èkó, mo nílé London. Mo máa fi Èkó sílẹ̀ every Friday. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ tí bá ti miss ẹ̀ ní Friday yẹn, mo mọ̀ pé mo lè gbádùn for the next week tí màá fi lọ́lé. Because yes, she was doing good there. ó ní business ó ti wà establish ń bẹ̀ mo kàn lè sọ pé ó yá palẹ̀ mọ́ everything kó máa bọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pẹ̀lú èlò ló yí wà lọ́wọ́ mi. tí bá máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ I must provide a plan ó yá máa bọ̀ báyìí láì máa ṣe o eléyìí wọ́n máa ṣe for the meantime o báyà máa ṣe lélẹ́yìí o tó máa no plan no communication ọkọ̀ dédé palẹ̀ everything mọ́ o burn bridges pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ o iṣẹ́ tó fà ẹ̀ ló fi iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ o palẹ̀ mọ́ o ń bọ̀ ní.
ìfẹ́ ni nà.
irúfẹ́ wo nìyẹn ìfẹ́ tí o plan.
dúpsì ẹ sọ ara yín gidi gan lálẹ́ yìí o.
kí ni mo tún ṣe.
ṣé kò yẹ kẹ́ máa support mi.
nǹkan tẹ̀ sọ yẹn kò sí ní kinní náà.
mi ò fẹ́ agree pẹ̀lú Mr. Paita but gbogbo yín ò wá ní support mi ẹ máa dúró
lọ́dọ̀. kí ló tẹ̀ ṣe ní agree ẹja tó sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
no we have to balance it. àwọn èèyàn kan gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ no káwọn kan máa sọ yes.
ẹni sùúrù tó bá jẹ́ sísá yín tó fẹ́ ṣerú kọ́ báyẹn ẹ̀ ní kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ pé ṣé kò ṣe é.
no.
Are you alright?
Is that okay? Kèmí sísá mi kan ló fẹ́ láwìn yẹn mi ò ṣe lù ú pa.
èwo ló fẹ́ láwìn. ṣé tó sọ orí ẹ̀ tán.
ẹ jẹ́ ká bára wa sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀.
wọ́n ṣàṣì sọ láàbù. wọ́n ṣàmàwò èèyàn
kò fi bísínẹ́sì kankan sílẹ̀ kò fi any established business kankan sílẹ̀ owó ló ranjú mọ́ ó ti wọ̀ ṣó lè náwó yẹn tán ṣó lè ṣe kíní yẹn tán gbogbo nǹkan tó ranjú mọ́ tó fi UK sílẹ̀ nìyẹn bí wọ́n tó dísà kó fẹ́ fi UK sílẹ̀ wàá bá ọkùnrin kan ní Naija ó máa gbé ìṣirò lé pé tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ 20 bó jẹ́ ṣe 20 hours gan lásán ló ṣe tó mọ̀ pé owó tiẹ̀ ni owó ẹ̀ ní iṣẹ́ èlò ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe Nàìjíríà àwa jókòó ló máa náwó yẹn tán bá ti náwó yẹn tán wá kó wá fún ẹ lé wá ní ọ̀rọ̀ àkáǹtì máa ṣe fún ẹ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. What rubbish?
That lady should go and sit down. In fact, èmi ti ka contrary.
But sincerely, Mr. Paita, ṣe wọ́n pé most times àwọn ọkùnrin I'm not, this one is valid too, but ó common lára àwọn ọkùnrin pé tó bá ti wà òkè tán wọ́n máa ń gbàgbé obìnrin tọ́jọ́ obìnrin.
That's why I always
I mean the celebrities o. I'm not talking about ó sì ṣe kinní lọ́dọ̀ àwa àwọn celebrity yẹn. If you watch them very well, mi ò bóyá ní 20% wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ èèyàn tó bá wọn jìyà. Because ìgbà yẹn ló máa believe pé ìtò pọ́n tán látòkè délẹ̀ ló máa fine. Ìtò máa ṣe present ní àdúgbò kinní kan ló máa make sense.
That is why people or ladies have to be financial independence is something every lady should be looking at, every woman. From the moment tó bá ti lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́, you cannot except that about your plan yẹn pókè o èmi fẹ́ jẹ́ stay at home wife ni o ìwọ ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ wa o otherwise ó gbọ́dọ̀ lówó tiẹ̀ kò sí kan tó jẹ́ tẹ́ bá àfi tó bá ń pẹ̀jọ ní joint account tó jẹ́ pé méjèèjì jọ ń sign síbẹ̀ as signatory otherwise ń pé àkáǹtì dáàdì lówó wà dáàdì ló máa issue owó dáàdì ló máa ṣe kinní kan is a recipe for, if not for broken home, it will be a recipe for heartbreak, a recipe for regret eventually. Because a time will come that this your sweet relationship láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí tó jẹ́ pé kó tó sọ̀rọ̀ dáàdì tí issue check dáàdì sì ṣe transfer there will come a time tó jẹ́ pé whether because of passage of time or just people finding another love in another person, they will not be able to give you that money the way you want it or not even give you at all. What do you do at that point? And most of the time, the ladies get carried away. Women get carried away. Tó bá ti rí owó yẹn, they get so relaxed that they don't even tie it down to something. They don't even think about investing in themselves. They don't think about having their own source of revenue, source of income. If you don't have that as a lady, your own source of income, then you're already digging your own pit. Because at the end of the day, anything can happen in any relationship. Anything. We've seen relationship of 30 years crumble. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ̀dẹ̀ relationship of one day náà ń wó. So at no point should you enter into any relationship, and especially marriage, without you being financially covered. If you are not, then anything can happen.
Where do you find it? Yeah, pack this. Hey, how much you cook Bobby? Me just don't take. Don't share no shit. Yep, ma. How many meats have you taken now? You don't know?
Ẹ má kẹran sáwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ lẹ́nu náà, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀?
Me meat. Kí ló dé? Pé fún mi bàbá wọn ṣí fáàmù màálù ní kí ló dé?
Bàbá wọn kọ́ ló rà síbẹ̀ náà.
Èmi kọ́ ni mò ń sè ní, ṣé bàbá wọn ló ń sè?
Ẹ dẹ̀ ń kẹran sáwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ lẹ́nu.
Nígbà tó ti wá fẹ́ yọkàn bribe mi mókè tán ti ní gbà àwọn bá mi mú ẹran wá kí n jẹ. Tí ó jẹ́ dé padà tó ń ṣe.
Ìyẹn ló ń pè ní ṣe kan kò mí ṣe kan kóra ẹ.
Mo tún yá many have you done? I don't know. Ẹ lè imagine kò tún lè kà. I don't know. Yeah. Ẹ o. Mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ alápatà o. Ọmọ ò àsìkò tútù láwàyé ọ̀hún pẹran lódò o. Ọ̀rọ̀ wọn náà jẹ́ ibi tí bàbá jò sí ni. Mr. Bàtà àbúrò yín Wunmi ti yàtọ̀. Ó ní àbá oúnjẹ hàn o. Wọ́n jẹ chicken, ẹja ni ẹja àti ráìsì. Wọ́n jẹ́ ń jókèlè. Ọbẹ̀ móyò àbí nǹkan fresh fish àti ọbẹ̀ ẹja àti.
Ó ti sí gbẹ́rẹ́ má jẹran ọmọ àlè. Ó ti ṣògùn kọjá kádàrá.
My charger again. My battery is down. I'm going to work. Can't you people just use these ones? It's not charging the phone. Come and take it. Come and say big brother. Namesake, how you doing? Baby, tẹ́ máa ń lò yìí, ó máa ń jẹ́ kí n imagine pé ṣé bójú yín ṣe rí nìyí. I wish to see that.
Kí ni TomTom lo tí bá ti rí.
Kí ló kàn yín pẹ̀lú this TomTom tẹ́ ṣáà ń fẹ́ mọ̀ ju TomTom.
Ẹ ní sùúrù, kí ni DP tó lò yìí nítorí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà nìkan mo máa ń rí tó máa ń lórí DP.
I don't know why she did that o. I don't know. Wọ́n bá confuse èmi náà tó bá ti wọlé báyìí màmá pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀.
Agent ẹ̀ lọ wo nǹkan tó wà lórí DP ọ̀hún.
Nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ báwo? Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀? Bó làwọn náà tún lọ ẹ sọ pé kúkú fẹ́ lọ wọnú ṣèbí èèyàn kan lọ ti ká yín ibi tẹ́ ti lọ ń view profile yìí. Ẹlẹ́ kúkú fẹ́ lọ view profile.
Àwọn kó pictures orí profile. Mo lọ wo mo rò bí artwork ni. Bọ̀dà pé picture èèyàn lọ. Some àti Benin wa mọ the same person really because I think exactly the same picture ló wà lọ́dọ̀ Benin náà.
Ọlọ́jì lọ́dọ̀ Benin ni má dáhùn náà. Ṣé ti gbọ́ wọ́n náà máa ń wá sí original page gbogbo wọn tiẹ̀ máa ń ka yín mọ́ ẹ̀yìn kàn máa ń wọ page àwọn èèyàn lọ káàkiri.
Kí ló kàn mí ṣé màá máa yọwọ page wọn ni kí láwọn wá dé page mi àbí ṣé mo kàn déédéé lọ sáàchì orúkọ wọn ni.
Kò sí wàhálà.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá wá kí mi sílé ṣé mi náà lè kí wọn sílé ni.
Kò sí wàhálà. Ọlọ́run á bá yín yanjú ẹ̀. Ẹ máa kílé kiri.
Ẹ jẹ́ a máa kiri àwọn
onílé kan ìjọ tẹ máa wọlé onílé tọkọ ìyàwó á gbá yín mú ẹlẹ́bìrì tó bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹjọ́ gbá mi mú àjọ máa wà náà ni.
Ó dáa mo ti gbọ́. Ẹlẹ́bìrì tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o ṣe gbọ́.
Àjọ máa wà ní kò sí ọ̀kan. kò sí bẹ̀rù fọmọ Ọlọ́run.
wọ́n máa free page wa lọ́la láàárọ̀ so maybe we'll go back there.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ síbí?
ṣé ká dúró ń bí ni ilé
Mo
ìgbé
kàn ń
náà
bèrè ni.
recommended sójú o kò tí kúrò ń bẹ̀.
Nǹkan tá a fi
although
péjì
we
yìí
still
náà
have our
drag.
people. Ṣe get a fi dára gan ju dára ọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Not with style o confirm namesake confirm he does like mad.
Which your namesake?
àwọn ilé ìgbọ̀n
Àṣàkẹ́.
obìnrin kan ni.
Like women báwo kí ni Àṣàkẹ́ mi bá pé kí n ṣe kí ètì obìnrin let me even go and see the Àṣàkẹ́ fún kọ̀tẹ́ tí ẹ sọ yẹn.
For where you wan see am. Anton dey play ẹ máa fi scope máa lọ máa wọ ṣọ́ àwọn obìnrin olóbìnrin.
So Àṣàkẹ́, you have the audacity to private your page.
Loti.
Àṣàkẹ́, I'm telling you right now, go and open that page for me.
Go open which page for you?
Go and ẹ lọ sí page yẹn fún mi right now. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ wàhálà. What audacity? Ẹ lọ private page yìí. It's not for the masses. So it belongs to masses, abi.
Loti private ni.
Okay. Wọ́n ti máàkì ojú èèyàn yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Victory smile. Oh yeah, send it to my WhatsApp. Maybe you have my WhatsApp number.
Everybody, join Jungle Janties. Kí ló tẹ̀ ń rẹ́rìn káìrò pọ́rọ̀ yín ni mo fẹ́ kọrin sáàbì. Mo bí n ṣe mo lè ti yín rò.
Àwọn òkè bó lọ ti rí WhatsApp number ara wọn.
Ìsàfàìta ẹ fi mílẹ̀ o, ta ló ráyè tí yín, ta lórí ti yín rò.
Victory smile, you have my WhatsApp number now, abi.
La lákọlábo ẹ jẹ́ ká jó.
Tí bá fẹ́ rí picture Àṣàkẹ́ máa rí.
ṣẹ́gbọ́n nǹkan tí tọ́mtọ́m pè mí apọ̀mọ́ ọba wẹ̀yìn ẹ sì máa gbọ́jà fún mi lórí TikTok yìí ẹ máa wò ó. ẹ máa mú aṣọ ẹ máa lọ sáwọn ìlú òkè yẹn ẹ lọ wá wọn mi ò fáwọn ọjà tó ń lò sí o àwọn ọjà ayé àtijọ́ yẹn àwọn yẹn ló máa ń gbé ọmọ pọ̀n dáadáa ẹ wá so wọn mọ́ mi lẹ́yìn ẹ wọ́n máa gbé mi.
Ẹ like violence àbí.
Àpọ̀mọ́ mọ́wẹ̀yìn olùṣègùn fún ni Ọlọ́run ìwọ ni. Ìwọ ló gbé mi ró ènìyàn ò lè ṣe yìí ó àfiwọ́.
Ìyẹn ò tiẹ̀ bá kinní yẹn lọ dáadáa olórin kan tí a máa ń kọ ní church ńgbà yẹn.
Ó yá ẹ kọ fún mi.
Àpọ̀mọ́ máa wẹ̀yìn àpọ̀mọ́ máa wẹ̀yìn pọ̀n mí Olúwa fọjá fún mi má jẹ́ já lulẹ̀ lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ Olúwa pọ̀n mí Olúwa fọjá fún mi.
Ṣẹ́gbọ́n nígbà tá a ṣe kó nǹkan tá a ṣàkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ní àwọn rò pé ní ṣé káwọn nìkan lẹ́wà fún pé but àwọn rí pé gbogbo ni. làwọn ṣe sún sẹ́yìn páwọn sì kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ máa wò pé òkè ní ṣé kẹjá jọ máa it's for everybody ó tiẹ̀ ti dá.
Àṣàkẹ́, don't worry. I'll find you one way or the other.
Mr. Bàtà bá mi tún rìn yẹn kọ olúwa ní fi ṣe àpọ̀mọ́ wá wẹ̀yìn tèmi àpọ̀mọ́ wẹ̀yìn ọlọ́jà àpọ̀mọ́ wẹ̀yìn àbí kílẹ̀ kan tó ń sìn.
My That's Touch, do you know that song? Yes. Kí Anes lè mú dàgbà sí. Apọ́n ọmọ máa wẹ̀yìn, apọ́n ọmọ máa wẹ̀yìn, pọ̀n mí Olúwa fọjá fún mi. Má jẹ́ kí n já lulẹ̀ lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ Olúwa. Pọ̀n mí Olúwa fọjá fún mi.
Ha, èmi ò jẹ́ pọn ọmọ báyìí torí Ọlọ́run, ṣé ọmọ ò ti já lulẹ̀ báyìí torí Ọlọ́run.
Mo ń kọ́.
Kí n tiẹ̀ pọn ọmọdé pò pé màá fọ́jà sí.
Your sister wey you pọ̀ ń kọ́.
Abi o, I pon my sister, I pon my children. That one never do me to pon. Hey, apọn ọmọ máa wẹ̀yìn.
Apọ́n ọmọ máa wẹ̀yìn.
Pọ̀n mí Olúwa fọjá fún mi.
Má jẹ́ kí n jábọ́ lulẹ̀.
Ẹ fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ o.
Pọ̀n mí Olúwa fọjá fún mi.
Bọ́bẹ̀.
Yes, I am sexy royal.
He is a fake one, sha, not original.
How dare you?
I don't even know which one is original. Redeem no, na fake him be for there. CNS fake. CAC fake. I don't know where he for the original goes. And he's a strong pastor. Our pastor white you tell body want to just sorrow church where my work. I come now as our pastor. Pastor, as our pastor.
Bíbélì ní wá kiri títí tí ayọ̀ yín yóò fi kún.
Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ti gbọ́ báyìí. Everywhere ló ti dé bọ́n ṣe wà. Namesake he is he's a big pastor sef. I'm go pastor. I want deliverance pastor yẹn pé oya receive anointing. Receive an pastor keo. See, as people no just trust you again for this life.
Tom ń wá fún mi tí bá fún Tom jẹ padà.
Tom.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ta lẹ́nu jù yín lọ.
Tom, behave yourself. Mi ò ní gbèjà yín, mi ní bá yín bẹ̀ wọ́n o.
Pastor ni Mr. Paitakate serious. He's in Christ. Christ is in him. Ẹ̀rí mọ́ yálé Olúwa. Ẹ̀rí olókè méje.
Ẹ̀yin lọ church mọ́ sí náà. Ẹ ṣe Christianity mọ́ sí.
Tani?
Gbogbo ẹ̀ nígbà tí gbàgbọ́ sì ń jẹ́ gbàgbọ́.
Okay. Ọdún sì yẹn rí gbàgbọ́, ẹ ti rìn gbàgbọ́, ẹ ti rìn inú ẹ ti wọ̀ inú ẹ ti jẹ́ inú.
Ẹ̀yin jẹ̀kọ́ Christian ló dẹ́kun báyìí.
Okay, ó ti yé wa báyìí.
Mo remember ngbà yẹn when we were still growing up, ta lọ fún evangelism ní Iléṣà. Táwọn àjẹbẹ̀ dìde sí wa ń pèsè. Lè ṣe revival.
Mo ń sọ náà pé nínú àwọn ọ̀wá yín àjẹ́ á ti lọ́wọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yín rí.
Àjẹ́ á lọ́wọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yín.
Ọ̀gá mi ọmọ
Ẹbí mi ò tó mi jẹ.
Ọ̀gá mi ọmọ
Èèyàn tó wá ìjẹ́ òbá tí ìbàrí kò lè máa ṣe bí báyìí ṣe.
Ọ̀gá mi ọmọ líle.
Like wọ́n máa ń ṣe bí èmèrè ọkùnrin. So wọ́n mo ti máa ń sọ pọ̀ lóhùn ó jẹ́ fi hàn mí láhàn mi ìlànké ló dé fẹ́.
Ẹ̀yin náà try láti mú mi ẹ̀rí mímú náà ni.
Ọlọ́run mú máa yí sí mi lọ́wọ́ lẹ́nu. Mo ń sọ náà pé máa yà á ti bàjẹ́ jàjàkadì because pé mo ṣe.
Ẹ bá wá a lọ sọ àwa ti ń Gaza.
Bí báyìí ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ bá wá fún wa a máa wá fún wọn. Ó yẹ fún wa ń gist yẹn délé ẹ má dá mi lóhùn ẹ wá lọ búùsì àwọn àjẹ.
mo fẹ́ tú àṣírí wọn mo ti rá nǹkan kan tó ti ń fi kọ́mẹ́ǹtì bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. àwọn kankan ti ń fi kọ́mẹ́ǹtì kọ́ṣọ́ mi pé kí n má tú àṣírí yẹn bí yìí.
kọ́ ẹ pé tẹ bá máa jí láàárọ̀ làbá ẹ máa yọ ìṣẹ́pẹ́ ìgbálẹ̀ lára yín ni.
ìrẹ́wọ̀ tí ẹ.
wọ́n á ná yín lórúmọ́jú ni ọlọ́wọ́ ẹgbọ́n ẹlẹ́bèrè tó bẹ́ẹ̀.
àjẹkùn ò lè gbójú kó jẹ dán díẹ̀ sóko ilé tó yẹn.
ẹ tún gbọ́ wọ́n ní wá Iléṣà ṣẹ́ dárúkọ Iléṣà ni.
Iléṣà lọ sọ náà Iléṣà lọ láwọn.
àwọn náà mọ̀ kọ́ gbọ́ wọn ní
Iléṣà lọ ok that's true. sísà bàtà fún one story ẹ fún one story.
irọ́.
kí n lè mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ti ṣerú ẹ̀ fólú ẹ̀ náà rè àjẹ́ máa ń bẹ̀rù mi.
ẹ máa rí nínú ìwé mi.
nínú CV yín láwọn ìrìn àjò tẹ́tí là kọjá. ṣé inú CV yín láti máa rí àbíbọ̀.
irọ́ ìwé tí bá máa kọ mo fẹ́ kọ̀wé jáde.
ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́ kọ̀wé bíi chairman.
irọ́ ti tèmi ìrìnkèrídò mi lèmi fẹ́ kọ.
kó wáyé pé ìrìn àjò mi lórí J4M lẹ́yìn náà fẹ́ kọ. ọmọ ṣípàlàbà ṣípàbòpàbò.
wà á ṣe é ṣe.
ọmọlẹ́yìn ọba dáre o.
èwo lẹ máa fohùn rẹ̀ lè dáhùn yẹn sí ṣe jẹ́ kóhùn lọ sókè.
àwọn ti sí èsì dúkẹ́ lọ bá wọn mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀.
Sápàìtà gúrẹ́sì ń wá yín o.
nínú wa wọn fún tó dárúkọ ọ̀gá mi lénìí.
ọkùnrin ló kàn yín àti Báyọ̀ náà ń wá yín.
tó bá rí wọn wọn ò ní lè dúró o.
sísá tí mo dà pé ẹ fẹ́ wá fún mi lálẹ́ yà bì máa wá fún yín padà o.
àzáùn náà wọ́n sọ ọmọbìnrin yìí náà.
ẹ láwọn abirùn méjì wá mi kí ni ìtumọ̀ gbò yẹn.
wọ́n ti padà fẹ́ wá yọ tójú wọn.
Mr. Temi máa bọ́lẹ̀ mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbé mi ọjọ́ sí mi rí ẹni tí ẹ jẹ́ jáde.
ọ̀rọ̀ ìjàre.
ó lẹ́yìn pé mi náà máa jáde mo rí anything no blank.
nítorí ẹ̀ ta lẹ́nu ni tọ́mtọ́m. káwọn èèyàn tap comment section keep tapping.
ṣípàlàbà.
kò ṣóun páwọn èèyàn ń tap gan ní live ọ̀hún àbò ń ṣò lọ́dọ̀ yìí.
ó ṣòwò àwọn tap wọ́n gbìyànjú. namesake mi ń tap profusely I can see it. child of God gbàtẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí làwọn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí.
mo ti rí ìyá wa táwa mi bá ẹ.
ẹ tí mọ̀ nǹkan ẹ jẹ́ tètè lọ wá àná mi ẹ bá lọ yanrú àná bí tó ti ga ẹ máa rojú ẹ̀mí yẹn fẹ́ bọ̀. mo máa ń wòye tẹ bá ń táìpù màá yín lọ tẹ máa ń táìpù yín pé ẹ tí mọ̀ bí tẹ́ ń wá náà sí.
ẹ máa fẹnu bà wá jẹ́ kiri.
ẹ má máa fẹnu bàrà wọ̀ wá jẹ́.
tọ́lọ́wọ̀ bá ti bà wá jẹ́.
kàn má fẹnu bàrà wọ̀ wá jẹ́.
Mr. Paita mo fẹ́ play nǹkan fún yín.
ok.
adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin visitors ọ̀wọ̀ yóò ní kọ́sàlẹ̀ àbẹ̀wò ní orúkọ
ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ́ ní ìkọ̀tí fẹ́ play.
Jésù ọ̀wọ̀ yóò ní kọ́sàlẹ̀ àbẹ̀wò àkùsí.
ẹ ṣáà hold on ló máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ sìn.
ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa. God we give you.
mi ìfẹ́ forward dẹ̀ jù.
Father Lord we worship you. Thank you Jesus. In Jesus name we pray. Amen. Àdàbí àbí ọ̀hún àdàbí
ó ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀.
àdàbí àbí
Wọ́n tó sọ pé mo ṣe. Wọ́n dojú ìwọ̀n
Can you allow me to sing it for you if you want that?
Okay.
Okay. You know I'm a backup singer for your father-in-law.
Connected.
Àdàbí àbí wọn o, àdàbí àbèrè wo. Àwa ò mọ wọn sọ pé o ṣe tàn fi ń rojọ́ ẹ̀ka. Wọ́n ti jojú ìmọ̀lẹ̀ nínú ayé. Wọ́n màmá tún fẹ́ jogún ẹ̀ o.
ẹ máa wòye kí ti statemi ti ṣà láàrin yẹn.
Iye mi ò mà lágbára. Ọmọ koṣo tó fi ta mí lára. Ọlọ́dì méjì ọmọ ọlọ́mọ.
Ọmọ bíbí ó pọ̀ bá.
Ọmọ òfìfì ó pọ̀ gan-an.
Mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún pàṣẹ́tà ọmọ sí bàbá ọlọ́mọ.
Ọlọ́nà ọmọ ṣe bọ́ lọ́mọ ló ní gbàjà. Àdàbí àbí wọn.
Àdàbí àbí o.
Ìfẹ́ iṣẹ́ kan náà méjèèjì.
Bàbá jẹ́ ká gbé wá ìdè ta. Àbíkọ́ tó pàrọ̀ gbé wá ìwá. Gidi lọ́wọ́ ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi.
Ìkọ́ra ṣe ṣọ̀wọ́ pa lọ sẹ́kìtì. Ṣọ̀wọ́ pa lọ Èkìtì.
Báwa jẹ́ kọ́ lọ bẹ́ wá ń gi lórí lẹ́kìtì. Èó lọ tọ̀ka táwọn èèyàn bá ń sun kan ta. Tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo bá wà lórí kọ́ wa níbo mi, àwọn kan lọ tún sun kèmí àjẹsẹ̀rẹ́ pa mí bá. Tí máìkì bá lọ mute.
Àdàbí àbí wọn o. Àdàbí àbèrè wo. Ọ̀pọ̀ sọ pé mo ṣe sọ̀fin rẹ́jọ mi ká. Wọ́n ní wọ́n béèrè fún placenta ọmọ ṣe bí bàbá Balọ́lá máa. Ṣé bí ẹ máa lọ lọ́sì dáadáa?
nǹkan tí Mohbad ò ṣe fún ní róòlù nínú orin ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹ máa wo ohun ẹ̀.
Láti láti sọ fún pé kẹ̀kẹ́ fámìlì. Fáyọ̀ ti jẹ́ lọ fáínálì.
Ọmọ bíbí ó pọ̀ gan-an. Ọmọ fún wọn ní pẹ́ṣọ̀. Ọmọ ẹrú ń bá mi máa bí ọkẹ́ kí ló sọ pé ní kó máa kí yẹn náà tún sáré sọ fún mi.
Ọmọ bí màá ti ṣọdún ìgbàgbọ́.
Ọmọ bí màá mi ṣọdún ìgbàgbọ́. Aláìyé ti fúra.
Ẹni tó wá sọ pé òun ò lójú tì káà náà dẹ̀ ṣe pé ó yà náà.
Agbódẹ ti. We can